course, technical problems galore, right? Welcome back, everyone. How's it going? Glad everyone can tune back in here, hopefully. Hopefully we've got everything ironed out this time, and I believe we do. I'm gonna throw up some making sure everything is working properly here. Hello everyone. Welcome back, welcome back. Glad everyone could tune in again. Technical problems galore, right? Hey, we're coming to you from the stream shed. If there's not going to be technical problems in the stream shed, then hey, it's not going to be fun in the stream shed, right? Because we're coming to you from outdoors, right? That's the Canadian winter outdoor, right, folks? The stream shed is a bumpin', and I believe we have everything ironed out now, which I'm happy about. Yeah, we seem to have some sort of ghost in the system with our mic. I don't know what the deal is with it. Sometimes when we turn on the computer, the mic works fine. Sometimes when we turn on the computer, the mic doesn't work fine. And I don't know why, because it's a brand new mic, brand new cord, brand new everything. Just replaced a mic that was having the same issue, thinking it was the mic, and it's not the mic at all. So I don't know. Hopefully with some, troubleshooting here and there, we will figure out what the problem is, but at this point, it doesn't matter because we've got it working for now, and that's what counts, right, everyone? So welcome back. Bringing in healing potions, of course, making sure everyone stays healed up. How was your weekend? My weekend was pretty good. We were just talking about it on the last stream there. We're doing some just chatting before we get back into the gameplay here. Bringing you some Ultima Online today, super old school. Should be pretty fun. We're doing a little bit of community farming because this is hopefully the game that everyone jumps into when we do some community gaming days and stuff like that. So I'd like to have a little bit of a nest egg for when people need different equipment, stuff like that to start and everything, right? So making sure everyone stays healed up in the game, right? Welcome back. I'm glad everyone could tune back in. Like I was saying, there seems to be a bit of a mic issue here and there when I turn on my computer, so every once in a while I have to just restart the stream. I apologize for that, but hey, it's reality of coming to you from the stream shed, right? That is not a green screen background. That is actually snow behind me. It is, I don't know. Hey Alexa, what's the temperature today?
Right now, it's -6 degrees Celsius.
It's not too cold. That's not too bad for Canada.
-3 degrees.
But, I mean, it's cold enough, right? I'm gonna close the door here, hope no one minds. Oh. So how's it going, everyone? How was your weekend? Hopefully it went well. Hopefully everyone's having a good Tuesday. Staying healed up. Staying in good spirits, right? Enjoying the day. It's a pretty good weekend. We got to a little bit of skating, Kelsey and I. It was really nice. Other than that, it was pretty relaxing for the most part. Kelsey was getting a lot of her baking done. She's been doing a lot of, I'd almost consider it like artisanal baking. Really cool chocolate work and everything. With some, I guess they're called smash cakes, where you can use a hammer and smash through them, and then they're filled with treats, almost like a piñata cake. Super cool, everyone. Go check them out with Creativity. What is it? Creativity Kelsey? Or Creativity with a K? Super awesome. So how's everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone else's weekend was good too. Hopefully everyone got to relax a little bit. I guess in a way it's kind of nice with the world slowing down for everyone. and kind of take some time to relax, spend some time with the family, enjoy it, right? You can spend some time and enjoy time with the family, and that's what all of this should really be about. You know, staying indoors shouldn't be looked at as a punishment. It should be, you know, just a different way of living for a little while, right? Maybe in a different way, you reach out to some friends you haven't talked to in a while. You have some fun little Zoom parties like we were having in lockdown last time. You know, if anyone wants to get into streaming or anything like that, by all means, reach out, right? It's a fun way to just create a little community and stuff like that. You know, get outside of the house without actually getting outside of the house, right? It's kind of nice. Kind of nice. But without further ado, this is super old school Ultima Online. No one's gonna remember this game for the most part. It is really, really old. This is pretty much what I started gaming on myself. We were talking about it just before I had the technical problems last time, but essentially with Ultima Online and like StarCraft, right? StarCraft was essentially where I really started realizing about like how computer components worked, graphics cards, how they interacted with games and everything. And I got educated pretty quickly that you can't run a high-end game on a low-end computer. So I had to do some shoveling of driveways that winter for my graphics card for my computer so I could play StarCraft with my friends on my 56K modem at the time. And it was a 56K modem at that time because I had just finished playing Warcraft 2 on a 28 kilobit modem for a while with my buddy across the road, which was awesome. Like, that was pretty much the birth of, like, you know, online gaming and everything, right? It was LAN parties, everything like that. Usually it was within a smaller group. A lot of the online gaming wasn't, you know, with people across season stuff. There weren't the servers back then, right? Until things like Ultima Online, EverQuest, things like that, right? Hey, Sass Love, how's it going? Oh, by the way, okay, so is the mic working now, Bob? Because, like I was saying there, it's super, super weird. I seem to have a ghost in the system, bud. One time I turn on the computer, the mic works totally fine. One time I turn it on, not fine. And I literally just replaced a mic, too, that I thought was having this same issue. This is literally a brand new mic. Like, this is the first stream with this mic, this setup and everything. So, I mean, it's weird. It's super weird, Bob. No idea what's going on within the system. There's just, man, I've been joking about it. The stream shed has a ghost. The viewers and I have named the ghost. We have lovingly named him Frank because anyone that knows anything about me knows I love Donnie Darko. So we figured, you know, the entity, the ghost in the background would be really cool if it would be named Frank. So we named him Frank. And it's really cool. I haven't brought him out here, which is kind of creepy, actually. Maybe that's why. You know what? I have a Frank standee that talks and everything like that. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he needs to be out here. He's not out here currently, but maybe he needs to be out here, and it would keep the other spirits away, right? Because who knows what's going on? Like, the mic is, whew, it's popping off. It's popping off. It's spooky. It's weird, right? Who knows? But hopefully, the spirits are gone, because at the same time, too, we're making sure everyone keeps the lag monsters away, right? We're bringing the RGB potions to everyone. Make sure everyone takes an RGB potion with you for the day, because the RGB potion is to keep the lag monsters away. People don't realize that in a lot of cases, but RGB in computers, all those lights, all that unicorn poop, all those flashy, you know, doodads and everything like that, that's actually to keep the lag away. People don't realize that, but it's true. It's true. Yeah, it's true. Maybe the mic can't handle the Canadian cold. Maybe it just needs time to warm up in the morning times. It needs to hear the velvety pipes of Heels on You first for a little bit first, right? Well, I sing to it in the morning time and serenade it, right? Oh boy. So how's it going, everyone? How's your day going? We're just doing some bank sitting in town. This is super old school. This is how everyone knows you're elite. I'm wearing my super sick bone armor, which you actually get from defeating probably one of the hardest enemies in the game, the skeletons. They're super easy. But talking of the Canadian cold, as Bob was just saying, let's go here with the Canadian cold, right? Without further ado, the stream shed, right? Oh, Ring, I love it. I love the Ultima love. This is pretty much where I started gaming myself, was Ultima. This is actually Ultima Online Renaissance, which is a player-run retro server, kind of a throwback to before what a lot of like old school Ultima Online players would consider like the breakdown of Ultima Online, the introduction of Tremel, things like that, Tremel, however you want to pronounce it. But it was the introduction of a lot of things that a lot of people didn't like about the game, right? But this is super old school, kind of almost like a T2A era type of thing, right around the time that they brought out the new lands and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken. We're just jumping into it brand new ourselves. This is going to be our community gaming game, where I hope people can jump in and out of it. So I'm just trying to get a little bit of a nest egg for everyone, so in case they need equipment for when they jump in, we're all ready to go, right? Oh, see that? You played T2A, and that was when they ruined it. You think that's when they ruined it? So I think it was, I guess that's a little bit earlier for everyone's point of reference. T2A was released a little bit before Tremel. And I have to admit, I liked the T2A stuff. It was still the same Ultima, just, I mean, new areas. If I'm understanding the terminology correct. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the terminology too. But the T2A was what I always referred to as was like the new lands. Like, what was it? The Undead City and stuff like that. And Delucia and stuff. Trove? That's what I kind of consider. Or is that to love? Oh, sorry, to love. I'm horrible with pronouncing people's names, by the way. I apologize. I'm just going to close the door here 1 second, folks. Because it does actually get cold out here, with it being what? I think Alexa said it was -5 today, so... Oh, sorry, yeah, okay, yeah. So, sorry, Tremel was where it... So Ring is kind of agreeing with me here that Tremel was where it kind of started dropping off. I think in a lot of ways it was a good idea. It was just maybe introduced improperly. Because they should have done it more like an Ultima or a WoW situation where they introduced different servers that had the new way of playing, which was essentially a very, user-friendly way of playing. Ultima Online is very unforgiving. You can go into town and kill people and stuff like that. It doesn't hold your hand throughout the gameplay, right? Risk versus reward type of gameplay, but yeah. So I will be doing a little bit of dungeoning here. We're doing some super newbie dungeoning. We're running a peacekeeping warrior here. I just want to set up some more macros here. Yeah, we're doing a peacekeeping warrior. I always find them to be very cheap and efficient to essentially to start off the game and get a little bit of capital going. Because essentially what they do is peacekeeping in Ultima Online was used to, it's a bardic skill. So you use an instrument, and with the instrument you can actually like essentially almost pacify the enemy monsters, which you can hack away at them a lot easier that way, as they won't be doing as much damage to you. So remember the remember the explosion corpora halberd combo? Oh, you better believe it, Ring. You better believe it. That's like the go-to PK combo. So essentially what it was, with Ultima Online, there are certain skills, or I guess majory spells where they're delayed. So what you could do was you would use the delayed explosion, and with the delayed explosion you would essentially time it properly where you could load your explosion, drop it on someone, so it would time out. I think it had about a 2 to 3 second timer before it would actually damage the person. You would then precast Corpora, which was your energy bolt at the time, which was kind of the go-to like damage spell at the time. And then you would drop that on them, which would do a massive amount of spell damage. Then essentially you would load up your halberd, which was one of the heaviest hitting weapons in the game, but very slow. And then you would run at them with that. So essentially you would hope for that like half hit explosion corpor combo, and then you'd hope for the other half of their life to be taken out by by a halberd hit. And essentially it was almost like a headshot equivalent of, you know, today's standards, right, for first person shooters, taking someone out kind of in a one hit combo. They almost get cooked before they even realize what hit them, right, Trove? You know what's funny? This is one of those games where whenever I'm feeling a little bit old school, a little bit nostalgia, you know, my buddy and I always talk about this game and always jump into it ourselves, because it's so, I don't know, it is so old school, right? Like, I mean, look at it, right? It's 2D graphics. You can play this thing on virtually a potato computer. It's all about the gameplay, right? It's all about the interactions with the other players and stuff like that. It's a very community-driven game, too. In a lot of cases, unless you want very basic equipment in the game, you can't just go to a vendor in town and say buy like a really nice weapon or something like that. You actually have to go to, say, a player-run vendor, and that's done by going to someone's actual house that they own in this game. You can actually own property in this game and open vendors and stores. You can essentially play the whole playthrough of the game by being just a merchant, without ever entering a dungeon or anything like that. You can just go mining and be a blacksmith if you want to. It's really super cool. Very kind of open, freeing that way, right? And again, it's really neat. It's kind of, I would put it on par with kind of the RuneScape of gaming in terms of hardware requirements and stuff like that. My go-to city was Vesperay. See, my go-to city was probably a combination of, I would say, Scarabray. I liked Scarabray because with being a tamer all the time, it was really nice to have the bank and the stables within an earshot. So with Ultima Online 2, everyone, taming was kind of like the go-to like heavy hitting player versus monster skill or PvE skill in the game. So that's kind of what I did back in the day. And you needed a stable to keep your pets in. And Scarabray was the only city, as far as I can remember anyways, where the bank was right beside the stables, so you could yell out to the banker and the stable keeper in the same sentence and get your pet and your bank at the same time, which was really convenient. And this is super old school gameplay. It's not super flashy. It's very, you know, low key, kind of relaxing and stuff like that. Oh, hello. Hello. See, you even have to like old school type in it and stuff like that. Even the typing goes above people's heads and everything like that. Like it's super old school, right? It's one of the main reasons I love it. As an old school gamer, as an old man, I feel like it's one of the games I can still keep up with. I can do this. I can kind of keep up with chat at the same time. It's awesome, right? Oh, okay. See, he's talking about factions now, right? Right, Ring? The factions essentially were... I don't know how to explain it. Factions would have been like your big guild wars back in the day, right? When you were playing old school Ultima Online, there were these things called factions, and it were big, huge group events. Almost like a battle royale type of thing. And you could control cities. You could actually dictate the economy of each city. Like, that's how deep Ultima Online got to back in the day. It was really neat. There were so many different systems that Ultima Online introduced into new MMOs, whether it be in a good way, a bad way, or just a guinea pig way. So many neat systems. Ring? It was so cool back in the day to enter a city, and all of a sudden you'd see a group of, 5, 10, 15, 20 people running around on horses trying to invade the local, I guess, fortress you'd consider them back in the day. And it was almost like a capture the flag type of system. And by controlling the flag for each given city, you could control that given city's economy, lots of different systems entwined. It was really, really super neat. And just for point of reference, anyone, I do a lot of different variety streaming. This isn't the only game I stream. This is just one of the games I felt like I wanted to play this morning. I was feeling really super nostalgic, so I wanted to jump into something a little more old school. I do a lot of Blizzard streaming, World of Warcraft. I do some Overwatch streaming, Paladins. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Main thing is, as long as I can heal in a game, I'm down, right? Go figure with a name like Heals on You, right, Ring? Hey, how's it going, Avis? Got some fun, super fun people in here. I'm glad Avis is in here. I've been trying to get Avis into this game for a while. So this is Ultima, Avis. Here it is. Here it is. We're just doing a little bit of old school farming here. A little bit of bardic work. Yeah, this server, just for point of reference, Ring, this server is really nice. It has less player-made features than a lot of the other servers I've played, because I've played a lot of... They consider themselves like T2A servers, like what we were kind of talking about, like virtually the expansion just before Tremel was released and everything. But this is the closest to that I have found. Another one that I was playing that was really good for a while, but unfortunately it didn't have the player base and kind of like collapsed, was Angel Island with Adam Ant. Adam Ant used to be like a really old school, like he was kind of almost like you'd consider it like the pioneer of like game streaming before you could even game stream. He was releasing online videos that he would edit himself, and he used to be like an old school role player. He used to follow like a credo and everything like that. It was a really neat storyline and everything. Used to like essentially player kill people, but only people that would break like his laws in the game and everything. and he actually made a server himself after the game kind of collapsed, and his server was incredible. But yeah, unfortunately, kind of through a lot of toxicity through the community and everything, and through just a lack of diversity in the community, I guess you'd consider. The community kind of died out and stuff like that, unfortunately. But an incredibly well-built player-run server. Just waiting for lunch. I'm just waiting for breakfast here, actually. It's breakfast time here for us. All right, ooh, let's get into that room. Oh, no. That's not where I thought it was. We're probably at the point where we could probably start taking on some harder dungeons. Because, just for point of reference, so as I was saying before, like, a lot of the bardic skills in this game were very overpowered. Including the skill I'm using, so it's peacemaking. So essentially it pacifies all the creatures that I'm trying to attack. So when I'm attacking a creature, in a lot of ways, it's not even attacking me. So you can take on some pretty big stuff with some pretty low skills. We're just kind of running through the dungeon here, seeing what else is in here. Yeah, see, here's an earth elemental. We can at least take that out. That's worth a little bit of GP, a little bit of gold, right? So this is Ultima Online Renaissance, Bob. Oh, Gary. Oh, no. Oh, no. We've got a Bob. Is this an actual Bob? So for point of reference too, for anyone that doesn't know, Bob in Ultima Online is kind of like a big like thing. There used to be like a whole community based around the whole Bob thing. Bob used to almost be like, I don't want to misterm this, but it almost used to be kind of like what you used to consider like your Smurf character maybe nowadays, like an old school throwaway character. So in a lot of ways, like people would create a Bob character just to like annoy other people as a new character, and they didn't really care about the character. So if that is a Bob reference, Formula Bob, or if that is a Bob reference, Gary, that's awesome. We got so many Bobs in here. Formula Bob, Gary Bob. I'm getting worried. I'm being overtaken by Bobs here in Ultima Online. This feels old school. But yeah, this is Ultima Online Renaissance. So this is a T2A pre-Tremel server. So I mean, if I was like young, or if I wasn't young, and if I was out in a dungeon, theoretically another player could come along, kill me, take virtually everything I'm holding at this point. That's the one thing about this game. This game is very risk versus reward based. You need to understand, you need to go to the bank a lot, drop your stuff off. It's the perfect game for me, right, Avis? Dying in this game and getting PK'd is going to be the equivalent to me passing out in Stardew Valley, which happens a lot. The Bobs are bobbing. That's awesome. And it's funny too, because that used to be like pretty much the way it was done back in the way. The Bobs used to essentially just take over entire like role-playing events in just mass groups. It was really entertaining though in a lot of cases. As long as like some of them were annoying, but in a lot of cases it was done in a very entertaining way. So I used to have a lot of fun with it. Yeah, be careful not putting all your squids in the bank before going exploring. It's true. It's true. Well, right now we're sitting at 1100 gold, but I've got what's called young status right now. So essentially, like I'm one of the untouchables. I don't have to worry about that stuff, right? Right now we're just trying to get a little bit of a nest egg. So in case any of the community members want to jump on, want to get a little bit of a start on any community gaming days that we may have, feel free. If you want to play the game and join up, pretty much all you need to do is like search up Ultima Online Renaissance. Like here, I'll drop it. I mean, you can also, just for point of reference too, I also have it in my community gaming section in my Discord as well. Don't feel pressure to join. That's just an easy link. But you can also join, like I said, by essentially searching. I don't know, I'll be honest, I don't know how to spell the Renaissance, but it's Ultima Online. There we go. So I got the healing skill as well. So essentially what that means is as I'm getting damaged, I can heal myself back up with the bandages that are in my bag here. And bandages are super easy to acquire in this game as well. You can essentially just get bandages from picking cotton. And then, see, and that's a super cool thing about this game too. It's very in-depth for how old it is, just like kind of like a Stardew Valley. So you pick cotton, then with the cotton you have to take it to a tailor's, because at the tailor's they have a loom. Sorry, they have a loom and a spinning wheel. So you have to use the spinning wheel to make what do you call it? Thread, and then with the thread you can use the loom and you can make bolts of cloth. And then with the bolts of cloth, you use the scissors and you cut it down into bandages. So there's a process to it, right? But with that, you can heal yourself up. You can heal other people up. You can resurrect people. You can heal up your pets. Because if you notice, I'm riding a horse. You can get up to the point where you can actually tame dragons in this game and have dragons running around with you. Everything, right? Hey, Callie, how's it going today? We got Avis, we got Callie, we got Ring, we got Formula in here. We got a good group of people in here today. I'm super happy about this. Everyone's feeling nostalgic and old school today. I'm loving it. We're just slowly taking out some creatures here. Like I say, making sure we have a nest egg for when everyone joins up, right? Old school, old school. I actually got myself a really elite sword here. Like, check this one out. I'm like super new, and here I am running around with an exceedingly accurate, massive broadsword of power. Just for point of reference, exceedingly accurate is one of... So there's different magical attributes that you get for each weapon and stuff like that. For accuracy, damage... things like that, and I've got a really, really nice weapon that I'm holding right now. It's one of the best weapons you can like get magically in the game. And here I am running around with bone armor, right? Right, Ring? I feel so badass. I found it on a vendor for like this broadsword was like 200 gold pieces on a vendor. I was like, sold? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Callie. Are you still off work, by the way? Like, are you still taking some time off? You know what, may I ask, do you know about the classic UO client? I'm assuming you're talking about the difference between the classic client and then the updated one. I wasn't able to get the classic client to work. Like you're talking about where essentially I can resize the window frame and stuff like that. Right, Tony? Because no, I was trying to download it, but I wasn't able to actually get it to work. So without further ado, I've been holding this game off for so long now. I've been talking about it for weeks on my stream and everything. I just wanted to be able to at least play it to some capacity. But I really wanted to be able to resize the game window if that's what you're referring to. Yeah, it's unfortunate because the game window's so small. Like trust me, it's frustrating on my side too. Here my picture window is bigger. My cam window is bigger than the game window, right? But by all means, Tony, I don't know if you caught it there. By all means, if you could help me out, because I am relatively new to like the new side of Ultima Online. It's been a while since I've played Ultima Online. But if you want, again, no pressure or anything, drop a message in my Discord if you want to try and help me out with that. I would obviously really appreciate that if you know anything about it, because I would like to get the new client so I can at least resize the window. I don't want to go with the 3D. I don't like the 3D Ultima Online because I like old school. But I would like to be able to resize my window at least, which is a big ease of life thing, right? Oh, okay, long day at work yesterday and didn't get much sleep. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Callie. Yeah, probably a long day back after they were missing, yay? It probably wasn't the same without you there, so I definitely sympathize with that. In a lot of cases, it's almost worth not even taking the day off or whatnot, right? Oh, no way! I'm the admin of UO Forever. I prepared all the packages so I know about it. No way, bud. That's awesome. Well, you know what? I really appreciate, you know, like anyone that's part of the Ultima Online community and trying to keep the community like alive and going at this point. Because for someone like me that, you know, jumps off, takes time off for a long time and then tries to jump back on, it's really nice to see that there is a community there still welcoming people back and stuff like that. I hope to bring some people back to Ultima Online because I think it is a great game, and especially with the gameplay and everything like that, and with a lot of people stuck at home and everything, I think it's a great way for people to come together. You know, role play out some characters if you want to try role playing, different things like that, right? And it's just, again, it's one of those games where it's so freeing. We've been talking about this in my Stardew Valley streams. It's so freeing to play a game like this where virtually you can do almost anything. Be a vendor without ever having to really almost leave town for the most part. Be an adventurer. Anything, right? It's awesome. And the fact it can run on virtually any computer nowadays is the piece de resistance, right? Oh, Kelly, have a wonderful day. All the best. And of course, take a healing potion with you, right? Get rested up. Make sure you feel rested up. I'm super glad you could pop into the stream and see some Ultima Online here finally. I've been talking everyone's ear off about it long enough, right? Ooh, what gloves did we get? Ooh, leather gloves. We got some magic leather gloves, everyone. Some unidentified magic leather gloves. So we're going to have to get those identified. At this point in the game, I'm so new that all I do is I just macro the ID skill on an item until it gets ID'd because I don't have really enough money to buy like ID ones and stuff like that. Well, I guess I'm starting to get a little bit of a nest egg here. 1,600 gold isn't too bad. Oh, no. Way says invalid invite? All right, 1 second. Let me see. Maybe this will work. 1 second. Sorry about that, Tony. I've been having problems with my Discord link, so maybe... Yeah, that's kind of weird, though. I thought I fixed that. Oh, okay, Avis. Sorry, thank you so much, Avis. Yeah. And as always, can't thank Avis enough. Super, super helpful in the streams. Both in information and now in spreading the good word, right? It's my mod. Trust me, Avis, you don't have any actual duties. Don't worry. Don't worry about the mod duties. I just want you to have fun here, Avis. That's all we're all here for, is just to have some fun, right? Pass some time, enjoy the day, maybe take out some mobs while we're at it, right? I almost feel like I should have my, should I have my healing utility belt on, everyone? We're just putting the healing potion away for a quick second here, everyone. Hope no one minds. Yeah, super old school. I'm super, super glad that we were finally able to get into some Ultima Online here. Like, this is really super neat. I was having some issues when I first jumped back into it. So for point of reference too, I had never experienced this before, but what was happening was when I had got Ultima Online loaded up on my system, and I was trying to sign in, and I don't know why it was only doing it on this computer, because I had it loaded on a laptop that I had been playing it for days. But when I tried to use this computer, for some reason, every time I would log into the actual game and it would bring up like the game window and everything, it was automatically minimizing to my system tray, and I couldn't get it back up again. So I went online and did some quick, some quick troubleshooting fixes. And apparently what you can do is, if I remember correctly, I believe it's if you shift right click on the little tab on your system tray, you can bring up and manually like maximize the window again, and that seemed to work. And what seemed to happen was, now that I've done that, it doesn't seem to do that when I come into the game. So it's as if it's actually saved that setting in the computer, which is really nice. So just for point of reference, if anyone is having that issue, try that out. So we're pretty much dry looting these guys too, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to make as much money, obviously, as we can, right? So with that, we want to take out the rat archers, because they probably give the best gold in this dungeon here. And they also give a bow and some arrows, which you can sell as well. And then next to them is probably the earth elementals, because the earth elementals give 200 gold per piece. And then on top of that, they also give some gems. The gems are super, super important, because if you get like a diamond or something, like for an example, like this diamond here, I believe will sell for, I think it's 100 gold if I remember correctly from way back in the day, which is almost as much as the creature itself that you're killing, right? And as I was saying earlier, I'm using some bardic skills. Bardic skills are super easy in Ultima Online to both train up and to use. I'm using peacemaking right now, which is going to make it a lot easier for me to kill the monsters, because it actually pacifies them from when I'm attacking them. Oh, cool. I got a zip file in the Discord. Sorry, Ava, should I check that out right now? I guess that's probably the actual client for the UO file, I'm assuming. You know what? I'll check it out after this, Avis. Because with my luck, Avis, I'll probably shut down my stream for or I'll shut down the game for 2 seconds, go to reload it, and then I'll have some sort of technical problem or something like that. And then Frank, the ghost in the system, will all of a sudden attack, and then I won't be able to get back in. So I'll save it for today. I'll check it out over the course of today and everything like that. And then I'll get it loaded up for the future, because I'll be honest, I've been having such horrible luck in terms of like technical problems and stuff like that. So I just want to make sure that that I don't have any of those this time around. Man, this exceedingly accurate broadsword of power is amazing. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much, Tony. I appreciate that. So essentially, I'm just going to load it into the actual Ultima Online folder, I'm assuming, right? Click it out into the folders. Unzip it. Beauties. That's cool. Yeah, because like I was saying, I could have sworn that I had it downloaded and everything like that, but I was just having issues with the actual I guess opening the client and everything like that, it didn't seem to be working, but I'll take another look at it. What, are you guys telling me you don't like all this black screen here? It just gives me more room to open my my window up, right? That's what everyone's really here for, right? Me, not the gameplay. Well, like I always joke, if you want to see really good gameplay, you can probably watch someone else and watch someone better at the game, right? Super old school. Love the nostalgic feel with the Ultima Online today. Love it. So we're slowly building up our swordsmanship and tactics at the same time. So essentially, the way this game works, everyone, is as you slowly use a skill, every time you use it, it's gonna like check the skill and potentially build up the skill. So when you're trying to level up your character or level up your skills, you want to make sure that you're using them as often as possible. I'll be honest, the broadsword isn't the best weapon for building up swordsmanship because it's not the fastest weapon, but this weapon does so much more damage than any of the other ones I have that it's worth the trade-off. Laugh out loud at UOF. UO Classic is the default client now. It's hard to go back once you've switched. Oh, for sure. Oh, I completely agree. Because even if I'm not mistaken, on my old computer, like on my laptop, I have had the newer client working. And if I'm not mistaken, like that's with all the drop-down menus for like the in-town like NPC interactions and everything like that, right? Which is a huge user ease of life, because right now when I go into town, that's actually one thing that I went to go do, is I went to go like sell to a vendor, and I went to just go click on the vendor, and I'm like, wait a second, what's going on here? I don't get, there's no window to drop down to sell to a vendor. So I actually had to type in vendor sell. It was too funny. There you go, Ricalis. Yeah, there you go. Possibly the best MMO ever. And it's so true. Like, just the freedom of choices is so awesome, right? You know, the freedom of choices, the freedom of gameplay was incredible. If you want to go out and kill a mass amount of people, you're allowed to do that, but you're gonna have to pay the price, and that price is being known as a player killer, which is gonna turn your name red, because right now if I click on my character, it's gonna be blue, because that means I have no negative notoriety on my character, right? He's you know, safe to walk into town, he's safe to approach another person. But if you're gray, that means temporarily you've done something wrong. You know, it's a little bit of a slap on the hand. But then if you're red, that means you're a player killer. And that means that you've gone around and purposely killed people, generally for loot, and people have put a bounty on your head. And that marks you as a bad person, so you can't enter town, you can't interact with NPCs, things like that, right? And that was your choice. There you go. Laugh out loud. The best was the old school macros. So what Tori is referring to here is, in Ultima Online, everything was pretty much text-based in terms of play or NPC interaction. Because before, Tony and his team were nice enough to put an amazing system together and build like a window system for Ultima Online. All the player interaction was essentially done through voice or through text command. So you would have to say, bank at the bank if you wanted to interact with your bank. Vendor sell if you wanted to interact with a vendor. You would have to name a vendor if you wanted to interact with an individual vendor. Like, Martha, teach me musicianship or something. But on top of that, what I was getting to was, what people used to do was, back in the day, because it was really frustrating, right, to type out bank or vendor buy every time, people would come out with these really nifty, like, little, like, sentences that would essentially include all the different, like, text commands all in one sentence. So it would be something to the effect of, vendor buy me a guard for the bank so I can rescue myself, or so I can rescue I ban thee or something. And essentially that's a whole bunch of the text commands all in like a little mini paragraph to make it seem like you're actually talking, but you're actually using text commands. Kind of a neat little way of, hiding your commands back in the day. Yeah, it's super neat to see how over the years, like, Ultima Online did evolve and everything like that. Because even I think Tori can even remember this. We're old school enough that we can actually remember, and a lot of people are like, no, but we can actually remember when the bottoms of banks were true black. And what that means is, in this dungeon, I guess the monsters attack you on sight. Oh, that's kind of cool. What that means is essentially, see, like, my cloak, how it's like actually like pitch black. Like in my paper doll, you can't technically see it. Like it's the same pitch as all the other black around me. The bottoms of your bank box used to actually be that same color, true black, and people were not losing, but misplacing articles of true black clothing in their bank boxes at the time. So they actually changed it to be more of that velvety red that you see now in the bank box, which is actually super neat. But yeah, there's been so many changes over the years, right? It's been really neat what Ultima Online has become. I'm just trying to get back to town here now. And yeah, you can run around in the wilderness. Pretty much any of these animals, if I still had, I think I have a little bit of animal taming maybe. But essentially, you could tame the animals. Oh yeah, I still have a little bit of animal taming. But you can tame the animals. Like right now, if I wanted to, like my horse is tamed. So he follows me around and he would actually follow commands. So if I wanted to, I could get him to, I can get him to attack like this deer here, and he'll actually attack the deer. And with that, like, you'd be able to get a bigger creature, right? So if I had higher taming, I'd be able to tame, like maybe like a drake or a nightmare, which is kind of like a magical horse for anyone that doesn't know fantasy lore. But a nightmare, you can tame those and ride those. There's lots of different tamables in Ultima Online. Obviously, the dragons are probably the top tameable. But there's lots of different choices with what you can tame, what you can do. So many different skills. It's awesome. It's really neat. Hey! Thank you so much for the lurk. Always appreciate it, Ty. Always appreciate the lurk. Yeah, we're just playing some old school Ultima Online here. And as I've been saying, for anyone that wants to download it or play it or jump in, research Ultima Online Renaissance. That's the server I'm on right now. But there are lots of different player-run servers. Feel free to choose, to pick and choose which one you kind of like and everything like that. This one is very old school. A lot of the other servers have different features built in, kind of updating them and everything. This one is very old school. It's kept it very old school for the old school feel for us, old retro guys. So what I'm doing right now as well is I'm trying to pick up cotton. As I was saying earlier, what you can do with the cotton is you can take this into town, and then you can actually use the spinning wheel and the loom And you can actually make cloth and then make more bandages that way. And it's a great way to build up healing, which is probably one of the better skills in the game. I mean, it keeps you alive. It allows you to resurrect other players. And the nice thing too is, as you can see, it's almost free. By using these cotton fields here, you can harvest the cotton and pretty much build up your healing for free with a macro. All you need is this magical wizard's hat, and you can build it up. This magical wizard's hat. With the magical wizard's hat, I can teach you a macro that will allow you to build up your healing over time, like really quickly. And that's the one nice thing about this game too. When I used to play it, it was pretty much exactly what you're looking at, me clicking on everything. And even back in the day, I would have had to have done the job of picking up the cotton balls after I had double clicked on the bales. Whereas nowadays, oh, excuse me. Oh, I like that feature. That's new on the new mic. That's nice. But ease of use over the years has made it possible for me to actually add picking up the cotton bales to the Razor Assistant here, which is really super nice. When I used to play Ultima Online back in the day, the Razor Assistant was not available. Now it's just an ease of life tool that you usually use alongside Ultima Online that just makes playing the game a little bit more user friendly. Makes some of the tedious jobs a little bit less tedious, right? Avis, I played literally actually since before the start. I've technically been playing since before the game was fully released. My buddy was lucky enough to get like at the time like a beta code for it, kind of like a tester's code and everything, and we used to all pile around his computer at the time and play, you know, like 3 or 4 of us essentially like taking turns on it almost, right? It was really funny because essentially at that time only one of us had like because it was a subscription-based game, it was like Ultima Online, right? Like you had to pay a month. I'll take that Spear of Vanquishing. Okay, cool. So that's like pretty much the best attribute you can get in the game is Vanquishing. That does the most magical damage in attribute points. Sorry to trail off there, but yeah, only one of us had an actual subscription to the game at first, so we all used to go over to that friend's house to go play the game. Actually, that's some pretty good money. 2,700 gold. That'll work. Paired with the 5k I already have. All right. We're getting a good little nest egg here, Avis. Whenever you want to jump in, we're all ready to have you in the game here. But yeah, we all used to pile around his game system, play back in the day. His dad was actually a network specialist for Bell, which I mean is one of the biggest networks in the world, right? So he was kind of at the forefront in our group of a lot of different technologies and stuff, which was really super cool. It was really helpful having him in the group and stuff like that. Oh. Yeah, I got to see a lot of different games very early when I was younger and stuff like that, which was really neat. And a lot of just different technologies very early too. Different forms of, you know, storage. I can remember my buddy loading up Quake 2 on hard disks. And I think it took him something like, because he was taking it over to his buddy's house to load it up there. And I want to say it took him something like 12 3.5 inch like hard disks at the time, which was like a crazy amount, right? And he's just popping them into his machine, loading the game up piece by piece. But yeah, super old school stuff, right? Super old school. All right, so drop this stuff in our bank as well. So right now I'm just trying to get some money. I'm trying to get some armor, like I was saying, essentially for when anyone from the community wants to jump in or anything like that. I just want to make sure that I have some equipment, maybe some different weapons and stuff like that for them to choose from, because there are different weapon types. Like you can choose swordsmanship, there's mace, fencing. Here, let's look here. We'll look in the combat skills. So yeah, there's archery, fencing, mace fighting. Parry is a defensive skill, so that's using a shield. And then there's wrestling, which is hand-to-hand combat. That's usually reserved for wizards or mages. You don't really need wrestling if you've got a weapon in your hand. But again, those are all things that I can always explain and can always research and stuff like that. It's a pretty in-depth game. It's a lot like Stardew Valley. That's what I was trying to say, Avis. A lot like Stardew Valley that way. You know, on a surface value, yeah, it's very basic and stuff like that. But then when you actually start getting into it, it gets a lot more in-depth, right? Yeah, as Avis was saying, like, Avis was saying that they didn't get to, like, she didn't get to, like, join in a lot of, like, you know, these things early in the morning and everything like that. But, you know, she's saying that it's nice to see how, like, all these things have progressed over time, right? Because essentially, like I was saying, like, this taught a lot of people how, you know, MMOs kind of could or should be, or how the player base would even interact, right? Like, for an example, this is one of the first games that had, like, player events, right? So for an example, they used to have what were called game masters in the game, and their sole purpose in the game was to interact with players and essentially create storylines or create events in the game. And there was one event one time, and I mean, it's still talked about to this day, where King Britain, the king of this whole universe, the whole world, was introduced to the people of, you know, Ultima Online. And there was a group that killed him. They didn't make the NPC invulnerable because at the time, no one thinks like, oh, people are going to try and kill the king because, like, the king he's there to help everyone, right? He's created you this beautiful world. Like, why would anyone kill him, right? But obviously, now we know in the player base, in the community of gamers, there's going to be griefers. There's going to be people that want to burn the world down, right? Regardless of how nice and good the world is. So Ultima Online was a guinea pig in a lot of ways for a lot of different systems, introducing a PvP world and a PvE world for the different player bases that want those two different game types, right? Very revolutionary in this. It was really neat. Hey, Rotten, how's it going, bud? Good morning. It's been a little while since I've been on stream, but I got the new mic. We're back with the new mic. Hopefully it sounds okay. We still got to play around with the audio and everything like that. It's virtually, like, as you know, brand new, but we're still playing around with it. Hopefully it sounds good. Oh, Ring, are you trying to install it right now? No way, bud. Hey, if you get in, by all means, Ultima Online Renaissance, let me know. It's probably going to prompt you to be a new player if you want. If you do join up as a new player, let me know. I'll give you some startup capital and stuff like that. I'm just hanging out around Oklo right now, which is like you'd consider it like the tutorial area. Essentially what it does is it gives you a little bit of time to get used to Ultima Online's gameplay before it really starts hammering you with, like, being attacked openly by creatures, different things like that, right? So I'm still in the newbie area. Oh, I'm glad, Avis. I'm really glad. You know me. I've been super, like, you know, living inside myself with how the mic sounds. Because even this morning, I realized it wasn't the mic. It wasn't the mic, Avis. The other snowball mic I had was 100% fine. I've been having the same issues with this mic as I was having with that mic. Essentially, all it seems to be is like a ghost in the system. Like, literally, I will restart my my stream and my computer, and everything runs totally fine. So it seems to be just a ghost in the system. Which, I mean, is obviously really weird, but, I mean, it's a computer, right? Like, go figure. Go figure, everyone, right? It's one thing. Computers are awesome when they run and everything like that and when they work, but they're not quite as plug and play as like a console and stuff like that. I'm almost feeling like I probably should leave Oklo, like the new status area, because I mean I am doing pretty well at this point. Like I could definitely go into a bigger dungeon at this point, like with my peacemaking as high as it is, with my swordsmanship as high as it is, healing as high as it is. I could take on some bigger stuff at this point, folks. But I'm kind of trying to stay in the Oklo area just in case, like Ring might jump in, right? And what's really cool too is they have little areas like this where, so essentially what you can do here is you'd be able to train your provocation, which is again is another bardic skill, which is super, super powerful in this game. So essentially what it does is provocation will actually make two different creatures fight one another. Yeah. So you can make a dragon fight another dragon. So instead of you having to fight them at all, you just literally can almost sit there and just watch the dragons kill each other. And then at the end, one of them wins, the other one's going to be almost dead, and then you can just take him out, and then you've got two dragons killed. So it's super, super useful. The only thing is, though, you need two creatures. That's the rub, right? So in a lot of situations, like say for an example, you're hunting dragons, and the spawn isn't fast enough where you've always got two dragons available, you might have to run into a situation where you can't actually provoke something, right? So you might have to fight it by yourself. So that's kind of the rub there. That's why I like peacemaking to start off in the game. And you can control the spawn very well with peacemaking too. It's really helpful that way. You can essentially like pacify one creature, almost paralyze it in a corner, keep it kind of on the back burner, and then focus on the creature that you're fighting, which I find really helpful. Oh, the ghost, Frank the ghost. Oh, it's super annoying, Avis. I don't know what the deal is with this ghost, seriously. It's weird. It's really weird. Oh, so also too, by the way, everyone, so I've got a client built in, like these agents here, and it's essentially a scavenger agent. So what I do is as I find things on the ground that I want to pick up, what I can do is I can add them to the scavenger agent. Then as I walk by them, it auto picks them up for me. Super, super convenient, ease of use or ease of life little thing. So that as I'm running around, I don't even have to really notice them. But what those are, and you guys are going to crucify me for my pronunciation. But I pronounce it regents or regents. Regents. I'm going to pronounce them regents. But anyways, use them for alchemy, right? And that's how you, or magery too. And that's how you cast your spells, create potions. So you want to make sure that you have a scavenger agent picking up all the regents that you can find, right? See, again, like all you have to do is like just run by it, boom, and it picks it up automatically and throws it in your bag for you. Super, super easy. Great little addition to the game. Because back when I used to play, you used to have to stop, pick it up, put it in your bag, and then continue running on, right? The little things in life, right? The little things in life. And again, this is like a super old school thing to do, like bank sitting. This is like where everyone sits when you got your gear and, you know, you're all elite and everything like that. And a lot of the times this is where people will do their macroing. Macroing is essentially repeating the same skill over and over again to build up the attribute points or the skill points. Because as I was saying, like, okay, so essentially, so my healing macro, if anyone wants to know, I'll show you here real quick. The healing macro, essentially what it does is it's going to pick up this hat, okay, which the magical wizard's hat, that when you put it on your head, what it does is it actually decreases your strength and your dexterity both by 5, but it gives you +5 intelligence. So what you can do is you put the hat on, okay, then the macro will also drop the hat back into my bag. What that will actually do is it will trick the game into thinking. If you notice here, it looks like I have damage, 86 out of 91 health, right? So it tricks the game into thinking that I essentially have taken damage. So then after I've dropped the hat back into my bag, the macro will then double click the clean bandages, which will then apply them to me, check the healing skill, and then repeat the process. It does this once every 12 seconds. So when you're not doing anything and you just want to build up your healing skill, you can essentially be running that in the background, and run your healing skill in the background and build up the healing skill over time. And that will build up both your healing and your anatomy, because anatomy in this game coincides with your healing skill. It kind of runs a parallel check. It makes sure that your anatomy is high enough, and then it checks your healing skill too at the same time. It's kind of like a double check skill. But yeah, these are all like super like old school little things and stuff like that, like little tips and tricks and stuff. So essentially, like, you can build up your healing while you're kind of just sitting at the bank, talking to your buddies or something like that, kind of running it in the background. And then what you can do too is, for peacemaking, peacemaking is almost even easier. I don't actually have a macro made, but actually that's kind of cool because I can make one for you guys. So what I'll do here is peacemaking. So I'm just making a new macro here now. So with peacemaking, what you're going to do is you're going to hit the record button, okay? You want to use the peacemaking skill, okay? It's going to ask you, who do you want to calm? Calm yourself. Just click on your character or your stat bar. That's going to just try and do like a quick check for everything around you. It's not going to try and actually peacemake an individual, because if you try and peacemake an individual, like a blue character, that's technically a negative act, unless it's like a monster or something. So don't do it on a person, do it on yourself, right? So you click on yourself. That's going to check the skill, right? You play your hypnotic music, stopping the battle. So it did a peacemaking skill check, right? And then what you do is, I don't like to use the wait for target either. I like to replace it by a pause for 500, which is a half a second. For some reason, the wait for target seems to like have an error every once in a while when you're cycling through the check as fast as the loop runs it. But you pause for half a second, then you put, you go down to special constructs, which is your special, instructions. You're going to put a longer pause at the end. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the skill is a 12-second timer. It will only let you use a skill every 12 seconds. Most skills in Ultima Online are around 12 seconds. So you put a 12-second pause at the end, and then again, you can play that. So now what it's going to do is, in the background, as I'm just sitting here at the bank, it's going to use the peacemaking skill over and over and over and over again. So that's going to check both the musicianship skill and the peacemaking skill. So if you notice, my musicianship is 93.8, peacemaking is 83.8. So both those skills, every time the skill gets checked, will potentially go up. So it'll just build up my peacemaking and my musicianship a little bit faster. Yeah, it's really neat stuff that you can do that kind of thing, those kinds of things in this game. Oh, heals, you need a power conditioner? Sorry, what's that? Oh, are you talking about like for, bud? I'm in a stream shed here, bud. How much money do you think I'm gonna sink into this stream shed? A power conditioner. What is that? So I can like, so like the power running into the mic is more steady. Bud, are you saying that the velvety tones coming from my voice aren't already good enough? We need to heighten them to the next level. Oh, bud. So, Ring, are you having any luck with the game client? That voice. The velvety. I can't even say it without just busting into laughter. The booming velvety tones of Heels on You. Heels on You ASMR. Hi, I'm just gonna sit here and count to 100. I'm gonna put everyone to sleep here. I'm gonna count to 100. Now I'm just making my voice sound weird. Okay, so also too, what you want to do as well, that I was talking about earlier. Oh, wait a second here. Let's stop. Can we heal this dude up? Oh, let's heal him up. Let's get this dude healed up. Let's heal this dude up. Okay, so you can perform beneficial acts on blue people. So, needless to say, I go around just healing people up. This is not my Heals on You character, by the way. I've been talking about having like a community gaming day, where essentially we all just create like new characters and just all go into like a dungeon together and try and take out like stuff we probably wouldn't normally be able to take out. But I want to save my Heals on You character name for that like day. So in the future, when we all come together and stuff like that, I'll join up on Discord and I'll figure out a time when we want to do that. I'll bring out Heals on You. And of course, he will be a heal bot. So what we're trying to do now is we're trying to find the provisioner. I always forget where everything is in this town. But essentially, we want to find the provisioner so we can sell the... Oh, wait, no. I forget. On this server, do you actually sell... On certain servers, you have to sell the gems to the actual jeweler. And then on other servers, it is to the provisioner. And I always forget what this server has. I think you have to sell them to the miner, I think. Oh, I'm going to add a black pearl there. Agents to the pickup. So again, what we're doing here is we're making sure that we add all the different regents in the game to the scavenger agent so that it picks them up. So then as we're walking by them, we don't have to worry about picking them up. It just automatically picks them up for us, which is obviously a big ease of use. All right, so here's a provisioner. We'll just figure it out here. So yeah, everything's pretty much text-based, right? So if you want to sell something, you have to actually type out vendor sell, the way I have it set up. As Tony was saying earlier, there are different clients where you can use... well, you can only sell 5 items at once. I always forget that about this server. There are different clients where essentially you've got different like little drop downs. Like for an example, like normally if I single click on one of these provisioners, there'd be a little drop down window that would pop up and say, you know, it would sell by, sometimes train if that certain vendor has a trainable ability. But because of the client I'm using, I don't have those drop down windows, unfortunately. So. But I will be looking into that client that Tony sent me, so... But for now, this is fine. At least it got me playing. That's all I really wanted. I've been talking about this game so much that I just wanted to make sure I could at least play it. At least jump on stream. I missed stream yesterday morning. I felt so bad, but... Things were just kind of hitting the fan around here, so... Oh, no way. Mac went into an update. Oh, isn't that always the situation, though, Ring? Like, you're just about to play, like, because that happens to me all the time with, like, Fortnite. Like, that seems to be the story of my life with Fortnite and my nephew, and I feel so bad all the time because it happens constantly where he'll be like, hey, Uncle Andrew, I've got, like, you know, 30 minutes to play or something like that. And I'm like, oh, sick, you know, what do you want to play? You want to play some Battle Royale in Fortnite? And it's not generally a game I would play or anything like that, but I don't mind playing with him. And every time, like, virtually every time, there's an update, and it kills me because... Like, at this point, he probably thinks I'm just full of it. And it really is an update, like, virtually every time. And it seems to be one of those games, too, like, like, what is it, Call of Duty, like 20 gig updates and stuff like that, like bigger than whole games, right? So we're getting a pretty good nest egg going now. We got, what, we got about 6K? Oh, we got 8K. Wow, not bad. All right. We're practically balling in this game now. And big tip too, like even when I'm around the bank, like just pick stuff up. You can always sell stuff to the provisioner, to different vendors in town and everything. So if you see things in town, just pick them up. Like even feathers. If you see feathers in town, feathers can be used on bolts to make arrows. Or actual bolt, or sorry, they can be used on shafts to make arrows or bolts. So in that way you can get a little bit of income that way. There's a lot of different ways to make money in Ultima Online. It can be hard to start off in this game, but if you're just kind of like think outside the box, you can make money relatively quick in it. Oh, tried to install the Mac client? That's funny. Oh, there's some more feathers, actually. I might as well take those out of this bag. Put those with the others. Try and keep everything together. I always try and keep everything as organized as I can if you can't tell. Just as like everything else, I always say to my viewers, like I'm so scatterbrained that I like to stay like as organized in life as I can, because it's one thing that like I can control, and then it's one variable, like one less variable to be like scattery or scatterbrained on. So like organization is like super key in my life. Like everything has its place. Like I could tell you like where anything is in my house right now offhand. All right. I guess we're going to probably get rid of these bows. I don't think we're going to sell them. We'll just drop them on the ground here. Someone can probably use them. Someone else can use them. All right. Oh, look at this. Oh, we got the torch in our hand now, folks. Look at this. We're going scary. We got our pimp hat on. We got our little pimp hat. Oh, bud. Now we're keeping it old school. The pimp hat was like the go-to hat back in the day. The feathered hat. Look at that bad boy. Feathered hat crafted by Devin. Oh, buddy. Teach me your organizational skills. Honestly, it's just like making sure, like, putting things back, right? Like, that's the main thing, and just making sure everything has its place. Like that's the other thing too. Like, my house is so small. Like, I'm streaming in the stream shed here. Like, this is actually like a shed. This isn't inside my, you know, my house or anything like that. And it is really small in here. So again, it's like putting things back, making sure, you know, like in a lot of cases, it's like, you know, putting things back in a way. Wall space is key, things like that, right? I'd love to make it seem like I'm some sort of organizational expert, but it's organization out of necessity, right? Organization out of necessity. So also too, in this game, there are what you'd consider like noobified items is what they're called. So essentially what that means is when you die, you won't actually drop them. So a lot of those items you want to make sure you hold on to and stuff like that. For an example, like this wizard's hat here. If I die, I won't actually lose that hat, which is kind of nice. So most items that you start with when you first start the game are newbied. So any clothing items or anything like that. So if you have any newbie clothing, it's always good to have them and keep them around. So just a big tip there. And there's even like some like really weird little like tips for like getting some items that you can't normally get in the game. Like there's a certain shade of really dark, it's like really dark gray clothing, and you can only acquire it by like kind of almost like a, it's not like an exploit, but it's like kind of a weird way of acquiring it. So there's different things like that you can do too, right? That are like kind of old school, you know, tricks of Ultima Online. Get rid of all these arrows and stuff like that. I don't need them hanging out in my bag here. Yeah, we're getting a good little nest egg here now of stuff. Yeah, I wish I had more to teach you, Avis, but honestly, like, you know, it's organization out of necessity, so I don't really have much to teach. It's just, yeah, putting things away, making sure things have their spot, right? And I know it sounds so stupid, but I'm a huge fan of, like, stacking things. Everything's got to be stacked up on top of one another. It takes up less space that way, right? You just stack everything. I don't know. I feel like. Oh, look at this. I'm respectable now too. My. When did this happen? So that's the other thing too. In this game, it's kind of neat because over time you'll actually acquire both fame and karma, and it's a sliding scale, both positive or negative, in terms of fame and karma. So the scale kind of works like your karma is a base scale, right? And then based on like negative karma or positive karma, you work on your fame scale, right? So the fame scale is always right to left, but but your karma scale is either like positive or negative. So you can either be like, for an example, like when you start going down the fame roll, you start off at like, say, fair, respectable, then you go up and stuff like that. Then you can get to a lord, right? Which is like the top title, which would actually make it so if I clicked on my title, it would say Lord Kafrashon on my title. Like, I don't think there's going to be anyone in town right now that says that. But it would say Lord before my name. And then based on that, with either positive karma or negative karma, I could be either a glorious lord or a dread lord. And a dread lord is like the worst karma in the game, and a glorious lord is the best karma in the game. So you can kind of pick and choose how like you want your character to be perceived in the game too, based on your title, which is kind of neat. I have the necessity too, but zero organization. Oh no, Avis. Oh no. That's the thing though, over the years, like it's gotten to the point where it got really bad where like I would lose things. I was getting really frustrated when I would lose things and stuff like that too. So in a lot of cases, it got to the point where I was just like, okay, you know what? Like I need to like stop this, you know, train and reorganize things. And that's when I kind of just, okay, like keys go here, wallet goes here, like, you know, and it's the main thing is getting into a habit of it too, right? It's not easy without being in habit mode of it. No, that's without showreel. That's without showreel, Fugazi. I don't have showreel capped. Because I'm ballin'. Because I'm ballin', Fugazi. I'm old school. I was just teaching people how to exploit the game. And you caught me? No, for real isn't capped off. So, for point of reference too, that's actually a really good point, Fugazi. That's actually something I'd like to address too, with anyone that's new in the game. So essentially what there is a check ability and a real ability. And what that means is, okay, for an example, right now, all of these skills that are showing in my skill bar right now are check abilities. So for an example, if I use the animal lore skill, it's gonna check it. So when the skill gets applied and it tries to see if I can accomplish the skill, it's gonna check it versus my 5.7. A skill might not actually be at 5.7. That's just what the check skill's at. So if I click show reel, it's at 0. So what that actually means is my actual animal lore skill is 0. I have no animal lore, but the game will give me a little bit of animal lore just to try and use it because I have animal taming and I've used it in the past. It's a weird system and it's hard to explain, but it makes sense in the long run. And even when you're building up skills, usually like for an example, probably my swordsmanship and tactics. Yeah, so my swordsmanship and tactics is slightly higher than the actual skill because it will check a little bit higher than what the actual skill is checked off at. Like tactics is much higher. And that is actually because of exceedingly accurate. So watch. That's the other thing too. With different magic weapons in the game, your attribute points or your skill points will be affected, right? So that's an exceedingly accurate broadsword of power. So that means that it will give me an extra 20 tactics on top of my skill to put towards tactics. And tactics is a base check on how much damage you will do versus a creature or something like that, essentially. Yeah, we're pretty new with this Fugazi. Like, I'm super old school with Ultima Online and stuff like that, bud. But a lot of the viewers that I'm bringing over into Ultima Online and stuff like that have never played Ultima, have never seen Ultima. So I am trying to explain a lot of the different, you know, ways that Ultima works and stuff like that. And that was one of the things I completely forgot about, was I usually do have show reel clicked off, especially when you're gaining skills and you're under 700 points, so you know when you hit 700 points, but didn't check it off there. And that's the other thing too, like there's so many tips and tricks I could give to people jumping into this game, like essentially learning how to build up attribute points like your strength, your dexterity, intelligence, things like that by what's called like ping-ponging skills, different things like that, right? And we're just kind of hanging out in the, like I was saying, we're hanging out in the Oklo tutorial area of this server just to kind of wait for potentially some community members. We do have some people potentially loading up in the game and stuff like that on the server, so I just want to make sure that if they do load up and everything, that I can give them some startup capital, some gear, stuff like that, right? Just make sure they're ready to kind of join into the game. Because Ultima Online is a game that can be very unforgiving. It's not like you jump into the game and all of a sudden there's like this quest line or something where it starts like gearing you up over time. It's very open world. You jump in, you play, and you do what you want when you want. There's no storyline whatsoever. Hey, no worries, Avis. All the best today. All the best. And thank you so much for coming in and viewing, of course. Grab yourself a good, nutritious lunch. And, of course, stay healed up, right, Avis? Stay healed up is the main thing. Have a wonderful day, Heels. Or have a wonderful day. As I'm reading the text here, have a wonderful day, Avis. Yeah, I'm super excited for more Ultima Online play myself. Oh! Did we get attacked there? Oh, I thought we got a... For a second there, I thought we got attacked there. I was like, oh, no. But no, that guy's nice. See, okay, so here... This is what I was talking about, too. This is the Dark Lord, Alex. That's cool. Oh, Alex. Alex. That's even cooler. The Dark Lord, Alex. Oh, he's gonna bless me. No way. No, what? What? No way! No, what? What? Did someone just see that? Man, that is... Okay, so what this guy literally just gave me, folks, is this guy just gave me a check for $1 million in the game. Like, I mean, that's probably chump change to this guy, but $1 million in game, folks. Like, I'm freaking out right now. No, but the check is blessed. So even if he kills me, he could take everything... Here, 1 second. We gotta get off our horse here and bow. Control B, Control B. So we are bowing, folks. We're bowing to him. Oh, no way. Oh, that's super awesome. He caught the stream. That is so cool. So right off the bat, this is going to be such a cool community to join into, folks. I'm super happy about this. Oh, thank you again. And shout out shout out here to the Dark Lord Alex. So that was super cool. Like that got us, like I got to show you the titles, someone in the community being actually cool and helpful. Like this is so awesome, everyone. Oh, and yeah, Fugazi, you can't be PK'd when you're young. I totally didn't even catch that too, right? Honestly, at this point, though, that's the thing. Like, I'd be okay with someone just PKing me, taking everything I've got at this point, and just being left with the check, right? Here I am in starter gear. I'm in just bone armor and everything like that, right? We're trying to build up the community. Oh, I hate cap locks. Sorry, folks. I just want to make sure that I'm chatting to him real quick here. Hey, this guy's gonna give us potentially a house too. Like, that's so nice of community members to do that sort of thing. Like I was saying, like for someone like this, like he's probably been in the game for so long that for someone like this is probably like throwaway chump change, like 1,000,000 gold. He probably just has it sitting in his house to show off with. Because I got to that point in my gameplay too, but it's just so helpful when people do like give out to the community and stuff like that, right? Like it's just incredible, right? Like I don't know, it's so helpful. Like with Avis helping me out with Stardew, like knowledge and stuff like that. It's so nice when someone can like how do I get rid of my status here again? I'm trying to remember. Run through the gate over here. Oh, okay. Oh. Run through the gate over here. Oh, I'm frozen! I'm frozen! I was gonna say, no, I'm frozen! Go figure, someone's being nice to us and all of a sudden I freeze up, right? Oh. Where to? Where should I go here? Oh, oh. Oh, anywhere. Okay. Britain. And come back. Oh, okay. Okay. So we're going to go to Britain. Okay. So what we've done is essentially we've kicked off our young player status. Okay, folks. So what that means is we are available to be killed or PK'd now. But that's okay. This character's pretty much done at this point. I feel pretty comfortable with the fact that like I could go into a dungeon and be okay at this point. So we'll kick off our young status, which I mean still allows us to come back to Oklo, which is nice on this server. A lot of servers don't allow that. And then this guy is apparently going to give us a house. Like, that's so super nice of this person. Like, honestly, like, such a warm, welcoming community. Like, man, oh man, like, super, super awesome. I can't believe this. Like, that's awesome. Oh, wow, it's really neat that it actually gives you a, like, a prompt there, too, actually. That's really neat. Oh, super cool. It's in the desert, folks. This is a really neat area to, like, kill stuff in. Oh, that's super cool. We can do some, like, mining here, too, folks. This will be a neat base for us to, like, start our community with and everything like that. And that's a super cool thing about this, folks. We can actually, like, start a little community here, folks. Look at how cute this house is. No way. A little villa? No way. Look at how cute this house is, everyone. It's got a little balcony you can go on to. Oh, man. This is super awesome. This is super awesome, everyone. This is such a nice person we found here. We're going to use a hiding skill real quick just so that none of the monsters get to us. Oh, no way, too. Clone, you play on this server as well. So many helpful community members with this game. Like, that's one thing. Like, Ultima Online at this point has to be based around the community, right? It's the only thing really keeping Ultima Online going at this point is the community. Bringing people in, welcoming people. That's why I hate to say this, but you know, the Angel Island server was so good. But the player base had such a toxic community group in it, literally called Griefers United, that unfortunately it killed the server, unfortunately. And I'm sad to say that, because it was such a good developed server. But it killed it. It's really unfortunate, but it's true. and I'm really sorry to say that, Adamant, because I loved your server, man. Angel Island was the best thing to ever happen to Ultima Online, in my opinion. But you didn't take care of the griefers. And there was some underlying economy issues. But besides the point. It was so much fun playing there, bro. Like, so much fun playing there. Oh, I gotta stand under the sign here, I think. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wow. This is so awesome. Like, this is seriously so awesome. So we are in the desert right now, folks. We're gonna have to get our way back here eventually and everything like that, right? But this is so awesome. Like, this is so cool. Like, look at this. So this door here lets you go into your house. You can go upstairs. There's different rooms that we can have and occupy for the community. We can keep some chests in here for everyone. This is super neat, guys. This is really cool. Oh, you know what? I'm really worried that this isn't gonna work now. But if you are still in the stream here, by all means, join the Discord. I wasn't able to get it to work this morning. Avis was the one dropping the Discord links. Actually, you know what? 1 second. I finally am able to do this here. 1 second. I can actually invite people here now. So I will invite and generate a new link here. 1 second. This one will actually work. So anyone that wants to join into Discord, anyone that wants to join into the community, by all means, join in. We'd love to have you. We're super psyched to have everyone. Like, I am super excited that there's still Ultima Online available to be played at this point. Like, it's amazing. I'm going to bring up our journal here. That's one helpful thing to always have up, folks. It's kind of like your chat log in this game. Oh, let me get you out of here. Oh, cool. So what's really neat too is in this game, folks, is you can actually mark ruins for specific locations. So with a ruin, you can actually teleport back to that exact location. You can gate travel to that location, all with the Majory skill. Big tip. Best thing about Ultima Online is probably the Majory skill. Get the Majory skill, everyone. It's what you're gonna want in the game for sure. It's probably the most useful skill in the game. I'm on Ultima Online Renaissance, Nick. UOR. I got so many different chat panels going now. If you thought I was scatterbrained before, wait till you see me now, Avis. Oh, thank you again. Oh, gotta hop on a horse and get out of here. Hurry. Yeah, so the gate's only open for a certain amount of time, right? I wonder if this person streams too, because if they stream, I mean, I'd love to give them a shout out. Oh, I know that all too well. Kid on the way, right? I definitely know that one. I had the family overnight thing. That's why I stream before my family wakes up. Gotta get in while the gaming's good, right? Oh, thank you again so much. Like, that was so awesome to see that, like, welcome, you know, open arms welcome in the community. Like, thank you again. If you are tuned in and are watching still, like, that is so awesome. Like, that's super, super cool. And you can salute in the game too. So Control B, Control S is your bow and your salute. Like, that is so awesome. For him to give us a check like that, and then a house too. Like, that is incredible. Like, that is so nice of him to do that, or them to do that. I mean, I don't know if it's a you know, a man, woman. I apologize for that all the time. But thank you so much for that. That is so awesome. Oh, you know what's funny, actually, Clone? I was actually talking to a viewer about this earlier as well. I was having issues with the classic client. I just wanted to get going in Ultima Online because I've been talking about it with my community for so long now that I felt like I was, like, kind of just, like, you know, rolling the snowball for too long. So I wanted to just get into the game. I'm going to figure out the classic client, like, within, you know, this afternoon or whatnot when I kind of go off stream, so that the next time I come online, I'll have a properly sized window and everything. Because I don't think I need, you know, 8 different screens of black. Oh, wow. Weapons and stuff, actually, too. Oh, no way. Oh. Oh, this is so helpful. Like, seriously, this kind of stuff is so helpful in the community because, I mean, like I've been saying, like, this is probably stuff that's literally just sitting around collecting dust in his house, right? Oh, I wish Avis was around for this. This is such a cool decorated house. Like, this is probably one of the neatest features in Ultima Online is the housing and the decorating. So what you can do is, with the decorating, you can use, like, a decorating tool. You can raise things, you can lower things. Like, look at this. This is so super cool. He actually has made this fireplace. Most things in Ultima Online are not pre-produced. There's no, it's not like in Stardew Valley where you unlock fireplaces, you unlock, like, you know, different decorative items. For the most part, things are made in Ultima Online. So he has actually created this fireplace out of different items and raised and lowered different items to make it look like a fireplace, which is, like, awesome. Like, that's just so cool. Like, the way people have adapted to the, you know, the way Ultima Online works is incredible, right? It's really neat to see people that go through the trouble of decorating their house like this too. Because in a lot of cases, I bet you he keeps his door locked. So this is for him, which is awesome because I used to do the same thing. Like, I would decorate my house for myself. And sorry, yeah, yes, Clone, I am Canadian. Actually, you know what's funny, actually, Clone? To full on prove I'm Canadian? That massive ball of light behind me is the sun. So with that, I am outside in my stream shed right now. I am way too loud, way too boisterous to be inside the house streaming like this because I have a tiny little house. So I'm outside my house in my stream shed right now. Actually, one thing I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna change the appearance of this real quick. My background opacity. No, I want. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now I can read it a little bit better. Okay, now we can see that a bit better. My chat window was kind of weird before. I wasn't able to really read things properly before, folks. I'm really sorry about that. Okay, so I apologize. I'm gonna catch up on some messages here too, because I think I've missed some messages here. Okay, so sorry, clone. Yes, this is Renaissance, so I think I addressed that earlier. It must be a free shard. Atlantic doesn't have any housing plots. Yes. This is a free server. At this time, I feel that free servers are actually better than the EA servers, or the Origin servers, whoever runs them now, just because of the community base around them. You know, there's a lot of player-run events on player servers because of the motivation and drive behind the community to promote their servers and to build a good community for their members and everything. Like the Grandmasters and stuff doing player-run events and everything is what I'm getting at. Let me know if... Oh, for sure, clone. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Sorry. I think I read that message kind of partially earlier as well. I'm sorry I didn't read that out there. 40-plus year old average will form a mature community. You're totally right. You know what, clone? You're totally right. With Ultima Online, you don't get the same mentality too as in a lot of other games. Like, generally, if it's a PK, in a lot of cases even... I've seen PKs where they'll take, you know, your gold, they'll leave you everything else. Even like I was talking about earlier with Adam Ant. Adam Ant was a role-playing PK. So if you broke his in-game rules by killing the liches or hunting in shame, which was like his hunting grounds himself. Ooh, Frank just closed the door on us, folks. If you broke his rules, he would kill you. Only if you broke his rules, though. And then if you followed his rules in the future, and he would give you a book documenting all his rules and everything, if you followed his rules in the future, you were safe, right? So it's really neat that way. And you can roleplay different characters that way. The role-playing community in this game is actually still there. There is still a very big role-playing community in this game. And the nice thing too is because, like Clone was saying, because the community is so mature, even in a lot of cases where someone isn't a role player or continues their character role all the time, they will play, like they'll play along with you if you're role playing in a lot of cases, just to keep your role playing in character, which is really nice. Like they'll adapt to your conversation and play style in a lot of cases, which is super cool. And Clone, don't worry, I will be checking out Classic UO for sure. Hope no one minds. I'm going to close this door here. Frank's freaking me out here. Frank's freaking me out, and I'm just worried about this in general. Oh, and I'm so sorry too. I apologized earlier. I missed this. Restrix, thank you for the follow, and Hentai Chen, thank you for the follow. I think I'm getting lost here. Earlier, I don't think I was getting updates too, because I did not hear a notification for those from what I saw, but I apologize for that immensely. Thank you so much for the follow. Always appreciated, folks. Oh, and Ring, thank you for the follow too, of course. Oh, yeah, no, it's been, like, this has been so super awesome. Like, where can I find this community? So, Robert, with this Ultima Online community, right now, we're essentially, oh, did this person, oh, I feel bad now. Oh, I think these were the bags he was trying to give me, right? Okay, yeah, these were the bags he was trying to give me, and then... Oh. This is super old school, so what I'm doing right now, folks, is I'm piggybacking the items right now. So what you can do is, essentially in the game, by clicking and dragging items, it's super old school, but what you can do is you can essentially, like, pick up an item and then, like, piggyback it and, like, leapfrog the item, like, over your character model and stuff like that, which is really super helpful, obviously, right? So, like, if you're trying to, like, get something out of a dungeon that normally you wouldn't be able to carry or something like that, you can actually do it that way. Essentially, by piggybacking an item out of a dungeon. It's super, super helpful that way. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make up the weight here. I guess I don't really need that stuff. Bandages, don't really have that many. Yeah, I got so much weight there. Holy jumping, there's so holy jump. Whoa. I just want to make sure he knows that there's deco in here. Oh, super cool. No way. He's giving me, like, dirty bandages, too? Oh, that's so cool. That works so well with the healing, like, the healing thing. Oh, the bloody bandages are awesome. That goes so well with, like, the healing, like, the heals on you, like, thing, right? And sorry, I'm not trying to ignore the messages here. I'm just trying to make sure, because it seems like he's in, like, he seems like he needs to get off here, so... Oh, okay. We will get it out safely. Okay. I just feel like this person's trying to log off, if I'm not mistaken. So I want to make sure I'm trying to give them as much attention as I can right now to make sure, like, they can get off as quick as they can, right? Because I feel bad otherwise. Oh, and also, too, what they've technically done is they've blocked off this area. So, essentially, like, they don't want people, like, coming and going from that area of their house, which I totally understand. So, in that situation, I try and, like, step back a couple steps to make sure they feel comfortable with me, like, standing here. Because that's a big thing, like, house security in this game. There's a lot of, like, different, like, essentially, like, almost exploits that people can do to try and, like, break into your house. So I want to make sure that, with as nice as this person is being, that they don't feel like I'm trying to, like, steal from them or something like that, right? But sorry, Robert, where you can find this community is, you can either follow my Heals on You Facebook page, because I'm noticing you're coming from Facebook, or I have the Twitch community going, or there's also the Discord community as well, which, give me 2 seconds here, and I will post this here for you. So this here is a link to Discord as well. So you can always join that way as well, Robert. And if you'd like to join into the community, join into any future Ultima Online playing, by all means, we'd love to have you, Rob. We'd love to have you. It's always fun to have more people in the community, always fun to have more people to game with, always fun to have more people to talk to, right? And as always, make sure you stay healed up, everyone, right? That's the main thing, keeping people healed up, right? Because even, you know what's awesome, actually? Look at this, folks. For anyone that's tuning in right now to Ultima Online gameplay, my wicked, awesome, amazing girlfriend made me this. It's not going to come through as well on stream here as it should, but these are all the classic Ultima Online potions. You've got Refresh, Greater Cure, Agility, Poison, Greater Agility, Deadly Poison, like, everything's here, folks. Everything is here. She is super artistic and awesome, and she made that for me. She found out that I was going to be doing some Ultima Online stuff a while ago, and she made that up for me, which is, I mean, she's just the best. She is the best. Oh, no worries, Ring. No worries, bud. Still updating. Isn't that the story of all our lives? All right. Oh, that's super nice of this person. So, like, seriously, like, he's given us gold, weapons to start out in the community, a house to start out the community. Like, this is so super cool, anyone. And again, if anyone is trying to get into Ultima Online, used to like playing Ultima Online, wants a community to join into and feel welcome back into it and stuff like that, join up here, folks. That's what we're going to be here for moving forward in a lot of cases. I feel like this is going to be a really, really fun game for the community to get into, you know, play moving forward, because, again, you can run this on virtually any computer you want. It's so old that it'll run, I mean, if you could run it on a phone, you could run it on a flip phone. It's awesome that way. So we're just slowly waiting here. This gentleman is helping us out, or this person is helping us out with some equipment, different things and stuff like that. So I just want to make sure that, you know, we take our time here and are respectful to give them our attention and stuff like that. Then we'll get back into some dungeon play and stuff like that and everything, right, folks? But he was nice enough, actually, to stream snipe me to find me out watching the stream and to help out the community because they heard that we were bringing some people into the community here. So again, like, that is just amazing, super, super helpful. And on that note, actually, I want to make sure that since we got some time here, I want to make sure that everyone feels like they've gotten their RGB potion for today. Get your fill of the RGB potion, everyone, because this bad boy here, this is to keep the lag monsters away. I don't think you're going to get too much lag in this game here, folks, but if you do, you can remember about the RGB potion, and you can say, hey, Heals on You said I wouldn't get any lag. Why am I getting lag? I got an RGB potion. I shouldn't have any lag. Oh, that's super cool. We got some, like, techno beats going on here. We had techno beats. Oh, yep. Yep. Here you go. Yep, we'll slowly do that. Is there anything else there? All right, I think we're good. Oh, he's so much quicker than I am. He's just popping through the gate. Oh, that's so helpful. Like, this is so amazing. So what you can do is essentially you co-owners. Yeah, we'll do co-owners for now, and then oh. I feel bad because I never lock my door. Oh. Did I? Oh, I already secured it. I wish to release this. And there are different, like, different little commands that you can do like that to secure bags down on the steps. Different things like that, right, folks? So with different commands throughout the game, you can do different things. You can ban people from your house so they can't enter your house. You can access different oh, what did he just say? Come back inside. Oh. This. Get everything inside the house, yeah. That is true. It's always best to have everything inside your house, right? Just in case. Oh. There we go. And we're going to secure that down. So what you can do is you can actually set access levels as well for who can access your house. Oh, okay, yeah, if they're not unlocked. I'd suggest reading it on the forum. Yeah, no, I definitely will. Yeah, I definitely will now that I know it actually applies to my character, right? Yep. Yes, I do. I do have that ruin. That's amazing. Like, seriously, that's going to help out our community, like, so much with the bandages. I have been slowly, like, trying to get cotton and everything like that, but with, I mean, you know, my time and everything like that, I can only get so much, right? I think, yeah, we'll see here if there's anything I want to take to the bank. Maybe I might take, like, a weapon or something for myself. Ooh, a silver katana. Yeah, I'll probably take that silver katana. Yeah, I love silver weapons, so then I can start taking, so then I can start killing some, like, liches and stuff like that. They're really helpful to kill. They're good for money. Oh, what? All the weapons are silver. That's super cool. Oh, that's super helpful. Yeah, so in this game, all the silver weapons essentially help you take out the undead quicker. So liches, skeletons, everything like that. Like, and it's very good, like, money producing early in the game that way for taking out undead, especially liches. Liches is probably one of the fastest money making things early in the game to take out because they don't have a huge hit pool. They have large Maugery abilities, but if you're able to counter that, they're very easy to take out very quickly. Yeah, super awesome. Yeah, that's super, like, this is so helpful, and this is actually a really good area for us to have our house too, because essentially we can almost hunt out of our house here. There's plenty of good earth elementals to hunt here. There's gonna be some scorpions. Be careful of scorpions because they have poison. I'll explain that in a little bit too. But it's going to be a really good area for us to start. Oh, one more thing. Where are they taking us here? Oh. Oh. I was gonna say I've used it here and there, so I'm pretty sure it's over in this area here if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that's one thing. I've got it so it automatically opens the doors for me, and that gets in the way sometimes. Like, if the doors are automatically open, sometimes I'll reclose the doors right in front of me. So the world's just saving right now. That's why it froze up on us there for a quick second. It's not actually frozen, folks. And again, I apologize. I'll get back to chat in a second here. I'm just trying to make sure, again, that I give this person as much attention as I can because they're being very nice, and it seems like they're trying to log off, if I'm not mistaken. So I want to make sure that I'm paying attention here for sure, because I feel so bad otherwise. Oh, we got a quick second here. Oh, okay, not too much. Okay, good. So we don't have too much chat to catch up on here. But yes, Robert, the Discord there is where you can find my gaming community. Also, too, this is Ultima Online Renaissance. If you want to do a quick Google search for Ultima Online Renaissance, great community so far. I've sat and talked to a couple of different people, just macroing, bank sitting and stuff like that, you know, just general chatting. Super great community, very welcoming so far. And again, like, I believe it was Clone was saying earlier, like, that's what you get when the average player base for a game like this is, you know, 30, 35, 40 plus, right? It's a very old school game. This is the grandfather of all, like, MMOs, right? Oh, no way! Oh, that's so awesome. We got a guild deed, everyone. So what you can do with the guild deed, everyone, is you can start a guild. We can actually start a community in here. Like, that is so awesome. Like, that is so helpful. Like, seriously, that is so amazing. Like, this person has been so awesome the whole time. Alix Silver Skin. 1 second. I want to make sure, like, I hope this isn't weird or anything. I'm going to take a picture of this. to make sure I give you like thanks and praise on my stream and stuff like that, because that is just so awesome. Like seriously, that is such a cool thing to do, Alex. Like, I really, really appreciate that. Like, that's so cool. Yeah, that's so awesome. Like, that's so awesome. Oh, that's super awesome. The title isn't deserved. Yeah, the Dark Lord? No, the Glorious Lord. Oh, that's super awesome. Oh, thank you again, Alex. Like, I'm so like just taken back by that and everything like that. Because even at first, like, it was like he came up to me, and at first, like, it was like one of those like, okay, like he's hanging out around me, like, okay, what's going on here, you know? And then all of a sudden, he came over and approached me and opened up the trade window, and it was like, okay, you know, a lot of the times people will see someone as young status and stuff, and you know, give them things and stuff like that. But you know, when I saw the check, all of a sudden I was like, okay, cool, like, you know, maybe 10K, 15K or something like that. So something to just start off the community, right? And then when I saw all the zeros, I was like, what? No way! Like, this is going to like give the community such a cool little foothold to start off and everything like that. Like, that's so awesome. You could, I could also take a screenshot. Yeah, I could have done that, but the phone is more practical. No, to be totally honest, I like the phone better. I use my phone a lot more when I hop off stream and everything like that, because I am in my stream shed here, son. And I know it sounds really weird, but I use my phone when I go inside for like posting to like social media and everything like that. So I like to have my pictures on my phone. I know, not on my computer. And I know I can get the pictures from my phone, or from the computer onto my phone too, but it's just, I just wanted to do it that way. Yeah, so son, what I have going on here is, this is the stream shed, right? So if you can't tell, I'm a little bit loud and boisterous, so I'm not able to, in a lot of cases, oh, now I feel bad. What did he just say? Oh, bank this as soon as possible. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. That is like, okay, so just for point of reference, everyone, that is like a top of the line katana. Like, that is virtually like the best you can get in the game, right? So essentially, you want to make sure that no thieves or anything are able to steal that, because that is a supremely accurate, indestructible katana of vanquishing. So it is going to give us the best tactics attribute points it can give someone. It's going to give us the best durability bonus it can give, and it's going to do the most damage it can give. That's going to give us a huge leg up when we're trying to kill stuff. Oh, see, okay, here's Alex. So that is super cool. So Alex is a tamer, as we were talking about earlier. Alex has the ability to be able to tame wildlife in the game and actually use them to help him fight. So with Alex's team here, he's got 2 dragons and a nightmare. So he'd virtually be able to take out anything in the game at this point. So that's really super cool. That's the point I hope to get to. Not on Kafrashon. I usually make a female tamer, as weird as it sounds. But I will hopefully eventually train up a tamer as well, because they're kind of like the pinnacle of PvE in this game, pretty much. But that is amazing. Like, So super cool again. Like that is just again. Like I can't get over how awesome like that was. That was so super cool. But yeah, I'm way too loud, way too boisterous to be streaming from inside the house, unfortunately. I'd love to stream from inside the house more often, but I get kicked out to the stream shed, which honestly, I love it. It couldn't be better out here. I'm quite happy with it. I mean, power out here, everything like that, obviously. I got my little mini fridge going. Yes! You owe for life, bud. You owe for life. Is there anything better? Bud, Jeff, wait for a second here, bud. Let me reach into my fridge and get a cool beverage here beside me. I got a fridge in the stream shed now, bud. Zaz, how's it going, bud? We're chilling in some Ultima Online here, man. Having a great time, man. Having a great time today. This has been so much fun. Bringing you the smooth, velvety sound of Heels on You. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Monster Truck Rally, Zaz. How's it been going, bud? We're taking a quick break here, because we just got helped out so huge from this tamer here. So, essentially, this tamer here, which again, actually, we'll do a screenshot there. Oh, Alt F1. Okay, that's what it is. Alt F1. Okay, I knew I had. I was gonna say I knew I had the option, but I've never actually turned it on, as you saw there, son. So actually, thank you for reminding me about that, bud. I really appreciate that, because that actually was really, really super helpful, because I want to, like, yeah, I want to give, like, a cool little, like screen frame, too. But when I go inside my house, like, to throw on Discord, I'll probably just use my phone. But yeah, no, that's super helpful. So Dark Lord Alex was nice enough to just give us a major foothold in, like, starting off in Ultima Online here in the Renaissance community. He was nice enough to give us a $1 million check. He actually transferred us a house. So now we have a guild house, and we also have a guild stone too. So in the community and on the Discord and everything like that, and I can actually I guess my 1 second here. Let me repaste that there. In the Discord, if anyone wants to join up, because moving forward we will be doing community gaming days with Ultima Online. If anyone wants to join up, if anyone needs some money, some regents or anything like that, now we're gonna be making a guild, and throughout the next little while, we'll probably have some sort of poll system or a vote going on what the guild name should be. So that'll be pretty fun too. Oh, son, yeah, no worries. Hey, all the best. And, of course, as I always say, make sure you take a healing potion with you, too, eh? And thank you for the follow, too. Like, I feel bad. My updates are not seeming to be, like, clicking off today for some reason. I'm not getting alerted for the follows. But thank you so much for the follow, Silver, or Single. Sorry, Sigler Son? Sigler Son. Sorry, Sigler Son. Thank you for the follow, and stay healed up today, eh? Sigler Son, Tlove Ring, Hentai Chen, Restrix. Thank you so much for the follows today, everyone. I'm hoping that everyone can start enjoying the community, get involved more and stuff like that. Like, I'm super excited about, about how everything's working with Ultima Online right now. It's been really welcoming. This is my first Ultima Online stream, so I'm really glad to see that, there's, people interested in Ultima Online content still. We're talking about a game from the mid-90s here, folks. This is super cool. Dual spin over there too. It sounds like we may have some other people. I've got some people on my Facebook here that are trying to join up too. Like some of my old school friends that used to play it and stuff like that. So I am really excited. See, that's the thing, Zaz. I've been noticing the same thing too. I haven't been getting many alerts or anything like that recently. So just for point of reference, everyone, if you send a follow and I don't react to it right away, I apologize immensely for that. I am trying my best to follow up with the follows and stuff like that, but Twitch doesn't seem to be alerting properly, and I am restreaming to multiple platforms, so I'm trying my best to keep up with everyone on all the different platforms, but it can be really tricky, right? So again, I apologize if I don't, answer back right away or acknowledge right away. But again, Sigler, Tlovring, Huntai Chen, Restricts, like, thank you so much for the follows. It's so nice to see again that people are looking for Ultima Online content. It's cool. Yeah, it's kind of weird that we haven't been getting alerts, Azaz. Like, I mean, what do you do, right? I mean, you look at your panel as much as you can, but it's nice to have the audio cues, right? Well, not so much interested in you. I more or less miss my friend I used to hang out with a lot. Bud, there's kind of something going on preventing that. But no, in all seriousness, man, like I always say, drop by or whatnot, right? In the future, there'll be plenty of hangout time. You gotta come by in the summertime though, man. Hang out on the patio. Like, we're gonna be doing the projector screen on the patio again and everything like that. Well, as long as we're allowed to this summer. But having, the Smash Bros tournaments on the projector screen with the fire pit and stuff, and we've got, I mean, dude, bring the kids by for a skate on the rink, man. I literally have signs out on my rink right now. So for point of reference, everyone, I'm Canadian, okay? I'm outside my stream shed. Okay, and right behind me that I'm pointing to right now is an ice rink, and I literally have signs because our community is all in lockdown, so all community rinks have been closed down. But like, anyone in the area, if they want to use the rink or whatnot to get out of the house, come by and use it. It's there to be used. Oh, Zaz, it's awesome too, because the best thing about this game is, for you, it's gonna download in like 0.2 seconds, right? Like, that's the best part about this game. I think at this point, I think a window in Chrome probably takes more resources than this game probably does at this point. if you're able to run Netflix and stream Netflix, you can play Ultima Online, just for point of reference, guys. And that's probably legit because Ultima Online came out decades before Netflix, so you're probably safe. Yeah, see, like Stardew did too, right? See, I have to admit, like, for me, this is probably more my style of, like, gameplay than Stardew Valley and stuff like that. Because it is a little bit more, adventure-based and stuff. But the nice thing with this, too, is you can still do the things like in Stardew. You can go out and collect regents and make potions and everything. If you want to, like, for an example, you could go to the mines, and you could actually go mining for ore, and then with the ore you can smelt it down into ingots, and then with the ingots you can make armor or whatnot, or make weapons. So you don't even have to leave town if you don't want to. You can just be a crafter in town if you want to. It's really neat. Actually, you know what? That reminds me, I should actually get some mark scrolls. Yeah, I should get some mark scrolls. Because with the mark scrolls, essentially, what you want to do with those is you can, like, mark ruins, like I was talking about. And then with the ruins, you can essentially quick travel to anywhere in the world, which is really important, right? Why is peculiar meat so expensive? What is peculiar meat used for? Oh, and that's one thing too. What we'll do is we're going to cash the check, because what we should do is we should probably invest in some full spell books for some people. Oh my god, watch this, folks. Boom! Look at all that gold. Oh. Thank you so much again, Alex. Like, that was so awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to invest in some full spell books for some people. So then that way, when people join up, they can have a full spell book to join with. Because essentially, when you join, you'll only get a very limited amount of spells, as you'll see here from my spell book, and it's not really enough to progress in the game. So what I'll do is I'll buy some full spell books for some of the community members that might be joining up, and then that way, when you join up, you can have a full spell book to use and build up your magery skill with. I don't want to buy them all out though, because I want to make sure that like someone else can buy some like full spell books as well. So we'll buy a bunch, but we won't buy like literally the whole store out. Especially being this close to Oklo, it's really good to He's coming in. He's coming in to check on how we're spending our money. So we're going to get some full spell books here, just to make sure that our community is covered that way and stuff like that, right? Because like I said, like, I think full spell books is probably one of the best, like, things you can probably get in the game to start off. So we'll start off with some full spell books. And then also, too, we'll make sure that we have enough of the recall scrolls, too. Because if you cast a spell from a scroll, it's actually easier than casting it with just the spell itself. So if you don't have very good magery skill, you can actually do things in the game with the scrolls that you wouldn't normally be able to do, like mark ruins, like use the recall spell, things like that, right? Battery. Or do you pronounce it battery? Battery. How do you pronounce it, Zaz? Now you making fun of me? I've never thought I had an accent before, and now I'm being made fun of for my accent. Battery. You know what it is? You know what it is, bud? And I've made this joke a lot, but it's actually factually true. A lot of the times when I'm talking, if you notice, I talk so fast in a lot of cases. I know it sounds stupid, but my brain isn't even almost keeping up. So they're almost coming out like just slack, right? Like when I want to go to the store for some milk, a lot of the times I go to the store for some milk, right? If you've noticed, I go to the store for a lot of things, right? Even though I know I'm going for some milk, a lot of the times I go for some milk because it just flows so much easier in the sentence for me, right? Oh, battery? Say it, battery? That's how my grandma used to say it. Battery. Can you get me the batteries, Andrew? Okay, so we'll get some fish steaks here. Yeah, so a lot of these items here are like kind of like the newbie like staple items. So fish steaks are good to eat up and to keep in your bag. They're kind of like the go-to food in Ultima Online because they're super easy to get. Fishing is a very easy skill to build up. And they're one of the things that physically in your bag, they don't take up like a lot of actual like pixel room. So they're just easier to keep in your bag and kind of like tuck away the fish steaks. But fish steaks are literally like the staple of Ultima Online. So again, we're going to try and we'll put the full spell books in our bank account because then that way they're always readily available for in case like when a community member joins up or needs a full spell book. And again, you know, this is Ultima Online Renaissance. If anyone wants to download it in the background and is getting loaded up, by all means, contact me when you get into the game. I can get you all set up with some startup funds. We can get you started up with some bandages, all the good stuff, right? Get you all equipped and everything, right? Oh, you're watching a Canadian Resto show and they say battery? Oh, that's kind of weird. Yeah, I guess it's one of those things where it's probably a territorial thing, right? And a lot of the cases, too, it just depends on, like I said, like how lazy you are, right? Or how lazy you are with your pronunciation. Because even in a lot of cases, people will say going for a twofer, right? Like for a 2-4 of like beer. Oh, I'm going for a twofer. Oh, the car. Oh, car restoration. What? Which one is it? Is it the Guild? If it's the Guild, Zaz, my mom and I actually looked at restoring a car there. They do fantastic work. And actually, they were actually really nice about, like, about what we were trying to do too, right? Because my mom was actually lucky enough to find her, literally her teenage car, the car she owned when she was a teenager, which was a 74 Triumph Spitfire, which is, if anyone knows, it's like a little tiny sports car convertible. It's almost like an MG Sprite. Anyways, long story short, we were going to fix it up, and essentially we took it to the Guild in Canada here, and we were going to get them to do all the work that we couldn't do, like a lot of the engine work and electrical work and stuff. And they essentially told us, like, look, like, you spent X amount of money to buy the car. You're gonna put X amount of money into the car fixing it, and you're gonna be left with a car that's worth less than what you put into it. Like, you can do it. It's a labor of love. We'd love to do the work for you, but this is what you're looking at. And you know, we kind of thought about it. Long story short, we didn't end up going through with it. It was just gonna cost too much in the long run. But they were really nice to actually like say something like that. Like, they could have been like, yeah, we'll take your money and we'll fix up your car, and then meanwhile they roll out this beautiful car and they're like, yeah, now you got a car worth 15 grand that you spent 30 grand to restore, right? Oh, Rust Valley. That's a cool one too. Yeah, my girlfriend watches that one quite often. That one's really neat. I like all those restoration shows. All the restoration shows, like even the ones, Rick's Restoration, even Pawn Stars, they do a lot of restoration stuff too on the show, or get things restored a lot, I should say. Okay, so now I'm almost overwhelmed with how, like, it's kind of one of those situations in a game like this when you're just given that much money, like, you're almost like, okay, now what do I do now? Because here I am thinking, before I was like working my way up to buying some like cheap armor, right? Now I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to just waste money, but I should at least get something to wear, right? Like, that's one thing I haven't found, is I have not found a GM armor vendor. Like, I just want to find some GM armor. So what that means is GM armor means that it's crafted exceptionally by a vendor or by a craftsman. And when you're Grandmaster, you can actually put like your name tag on it. Exceptional is the same as Grandmaster. But most people just refer to it as GM armor. But yeah, I can't seem to find any now. I really want that dye tub too, I have to admit. I really want that dye tub for the community, so then everyone can get pure black clothing. I might have to come back and buy that eventually. I might have to come back and buy that eventually. I love deco items. That was a big mistake getting all that money. No, I'm going to try and save it as best I can. But no, we got to find some armor here. I want to find like a bunch of armor so then we can get some people outfitted here, right? Oh, I thought we found a potion vendor too. No. So we'll have to probably do some like adventuring, because for the most part we've pretty much been in Oklo so far, everyone. We'll have to do some adventuring out to try and branch out to see if we can find some new stores, some new vendors, some new hunting grounds and stuff like that. Like I said, I was more or less trying to wait to see if community members were joining in, just to make sure that they've got some supplies and stuff like that. But I mean, I can always jump back here. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll go buy some recall ruins and start marking some ruins for people too. That's probably a good thing to get going as well. So yeah, we'll go buy some recall ruins, and then we'll start getting some ruins marked. Oh, that was just a scribe. Okay. We need one of the mages here. Oh, here we go. Okay. We'll start buying up some regents here as well, because that's one thing that's going to be needed by the whole group is regents. You go through a lot when you're like training magery, things like that, right? Oh no, does it not have the thing where like you can just buy stuff with the bank account money? That used to be a thing on my old server, that if it was over a certain amount, I guess, you could essentially buy the vendor stuff with the money from your bank account, but I don't know if this is going to let us do that. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Okay. So now we actually have to go back to the bank and actually pull out the money. That's going to be brutal. Oh, here's our friend again. Oh, no way. No way. Stream sniped. Oh, that's too funny, mate. That is too funny. This person is too nice, seriously. That person is too nice. Stream sniped for sure. Oh, I feel bad. Here I am typing away here furiously on the keyboard. That's one thing I wish this game had voice chat and everything like that, right? Then again, from a mid-90s game, what do you expect, right? And now the WoW server shutdown started. Oh, no. You know what, Zaz? Join up some Ultima then, bud. Join up in some Ultima. We'd love to have you here, bud. We'd love to have you. Welcome. We'd love to have you. Put the lotion on its skin. Makes it so smooth and silky. Oh, that's super cool. Okay, so for anyone watching, what a deck suit is essentially like it's a term for a certain set of armor, okay? So what that essentially breaks down to is in Ultima Online, there's different pieces of armor that have different armor points versus different armor points versus different dexterity attribute subtractions, and it's hard to explain, but essentially certain pieces of armor have better stat breakdowns with negative dexterity versus the armor. So what you can do is with a deck suit is it's certain combinations of certain pieces of armor to get the most armor for less dexterity loss, and the idea behind it is they actually look kind of decent too. So that's one of the reasons why I usually ask for a deck suit whenever I like start a warrior, because it offers enough protection to protect you against like smaller creatures, but it still gives you enough dexterity to be able to swing your sword really fast, which is obviously what you want, because that's going to increase your damage per second in this game. Hey Colton, how's it going, bud? How are you today? We're in some Ultima Online today, bud. We're just enjoying some old school UO. It's been super fun so far, bud. We're getting helped out by a fellow community member, so we are taking a little bit of like a gaming break type of thing here, because we found a community member in Ultima Online that's been super helpful, and they're helping us get started for when community members start to jump into UO and stuff like that. And honestly, Calray, this is a game, like I've said, you should get into this. Mummy can help you with this one, because this one is an old school Mum and I game. Like, this one is super fun. Okay, Zaz, so what you do is, you can pretty much do a simple Google search for Ultima Online Renaissance. Like, even if you want, what I can do here is, if you give me 2 seconds, I can actually bring up and drop the link here now that I have a quick second here. Sorry for not doing this earlier. But this is the link here. So that is the link to download. Oh, wow. Oh, that's super cool. Oh, so that's probably his smith. Okay, so yeah. So that silver skin is, or silver kin would be Alex's smith. So on this game, as someone was pointing out earlier, you can only have 700 skill points. Okay. However you want to break down your 700 skill points is up to you, but you can only have 700 skill points to break down. So what that usually means is, because there are tons of skills in the game, miscellaneous skills, as you can see, combat skills, actions, lore and knowledge. Essentially what you need to do is over time you need to figure out the build of your character and choose 7 skills to build within. So generally you either create like a crafter character, you create like a warrior character, you create a tamer, a mage character. So his Alex character would have been his tamer. Silverkin here would have been his would have been his crafter. So if you notice, like I was saying earlier too, if you click on his armor, which is really super cool there, you'll actually see that he has it marked. Crafted by Bolvim Silverkin. So once you reach Grandmaster Crafting, you can actually mark your goods with your tag, which is really neat. And it essentially just lets the community know who's created it, right? Oh, Bud, this is what World of Warcraft was essentially based around. This is like the great grandfather of MMO games, Cal Ray. You're totally right. This is just like old school World of Warcraft. I mean, it was like pretty much World of Warcraft, then probably like EverQuest and stuff like that, some kind of in-betweens. But World of Warcraft was kind of, I hate to say it, but kind of the one that pushed this one out. I remember sitting in Ultima Online and, you know, Bank sitting at Britain Bank. Shout out to the Britain boys! It was funny because back in the day, you'd be sitting at the bank and you were hearing murmurs of like World of Warcraft and like, did you hear that Warcraft is going to have an MMO and it's going to be World of Warcraft and, you know, this and that. And there was a lot of speculation about what it was going to be, right? And then when it actually dropped, it was like, okay, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool, I have to admit. And I played Warcraft when it first released for quite a while, alongside this for a little bit, and then slowly switched over to World of Warcraft. But I still jump into this every once in a while because this is, man, the nostalgia you feel when you play this game. It's incredible. It's incredible. And again, like I said, like you're never gonna find, I find, like a community in another game like you are in Ultima Online, because again, the community is what's driving this game, right? Like, literally, there is someone paying to have people play this game online. This isn't a server run by some big, huge corporation or something like that. This is someone that is either running or renting server space to let people play on their server, the Renaissance server, because it's a player-run server. So the fact that someone does that is cool, and then the fact that everyone inside the game builds a community and wants people to join and to be welcome in it is, you know, that much better, right? And that much more important too. Because I mean, without people, you know, showing the game, kind of word of mouth advertising, no one would really play Ultima Online anymore, right? It's not like they're gonna advertise it during the Super Bowl. But yeah, we're just waiting for our craftsman friend here to craft us some armor. They've been shout out to Alex and to Bolvim Silverkin here. They've been super helpful so far. Are you teaming with people? So far, I haven't really been teaming with people to go out into the dungeons, but by all means, Cal Ray, what I'm looking to do is we're starting to like build a community in this game. So currently, as we speak, we do have some people currently downloading the game. So moving forward, we are going to have people joining in, playing it, playing different roles and stuff like that, because you can get to the point where it's very much like World of Warcraft, where you can take on bigger dungeons, you can take on bigger bosses, and it kind of needs a group approach or a strategy where certain people do certain specific roles. Like you'll have a healer in the group, you'll have like your kind of your front line, maybe some tamers in the front line, you have some mages, making sure everyone's kind of like flexing out and staying healed up. So we plan to do that in the future too. So by all means, bud, if you want to join up, bud. Like I said, this is it here. If you want to download it, the great thing about this game is, bud, look at this. Okay, so check this out. This is almost like in real life, bud. So what someone was nice enough to do was, that guy was nice enough to get us what's called a guild stone. So with the guild stone, what we can actually do, bud, is we can actually create a guild. Like we can create our own like group of like our own group in society. So we can have our own rules, we can name ourselves, you can even have roles within the guild. It's really super cool what you can do in a game that's this old. Because the guilds, like, you can go to war with other guilds, you can declare war on another guild, so if we don't like how another guild is treating us in the game, we can go to war with them and start attacking them, you know, maybe camping out where they like to hunt, maybe camp out their houses or something, bud. We can attack them with bows and arrows. Exactly like a clan, exactly, bud. Like, it's gonna be so cool once we start getting more people into the game and everything like that. Like, it's gonna be so cool. I'm super psyched for it. Oh, no way. Oh, that's super awesome. So he just gave us a bunch of like dexterity suits. So what this is essentially like different sets of armor to get people started in and stuff like that. So that's super, super cool of him. Like, that's really, really nice that he did that for us. So this person, just for point of reference, Colton, just gave us a house, $1 million, and a bunch of armor, and a bunch of weapons and stuff. This person just gave us $1 million. This Alex person, Colton. Oh, no way. Super cool. We're getting some capes and cloaks and stuff like that. So now what we can do is we can, like, retrofit, like, we can get all our people to, like, look the same, like a guild even. That's super cool. Yeah, we'll get it, like, all, like, we can get it, like all situated, where everyone can be, like, wearing the same clothes. We can all, like, wear, like, the same clan mask or something. And we can, like, we can essentially, like, we can, like, vote on all this stuff, too, right? See what everyone kind of wants to wear, what articles of clothing, what color they want to choose, for the guild and everything like that. Like, that's gonna be so cool. Oh, wow, my bank is full. Uh-oh. All right, so I'm going to have to empty some stuff out into the guild house now because we got a full bank here. And I want to make sure I get certain items back into the bank here. Okay, so the gold key, that's my house key, so I want to make sure I got that. We can take that out. That doesn't need to be in there. Oh, the pimp hats. You gotta have the feathered hats. Oh, yeah. Gotta have the pimp hats. I was gonna say, why are my cap locks? It's like it's busted. It's always on. I'm always yelling, so my cap locks is always on. Wait. Oh, see, with clans, you know all about it then, Colton. So, like, with it and everything like that, like, you group up and everything, right? You can take down bigger content that way and everything. Like, it's gonna be super, super fun to play through the different things, right? Like, oh, man, I'm so excited to get into, to some really cool gameplay here. Like, wait to see this new suit of armor. Oh, man, look at this, folks. Look at this. Look at how elite we look. Oh, man. Oh, man, look at this. We are ballin' now. Look at this. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Look at this. Woo, doggies. Look at how elite we look, everyone. Now we look the part. Now we look the part. The respectable Cafrishon. Look at him. Look at that pimp daddy there, eh? Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. Oh, with the Valrite armor. So just for point of reference to everyone, there's different scales of ingot rarity. So regular iron would obviously be the most common, and then it's a grading scale from there. Valrite is the most rare, so he gave us like the coolest armor in the game. Like, this is so awesome. I'm like I said, I'm so overwhelmed with what to essentially do now, because I've just jumped so many steps in terms of like what I need to do to get a foothold in the game, right? No, this is I dropped the link just above there, Jeff, but I believe, one second here. This is the link here. UO Renaissance. So if you want to join up, anyone, follow either of the UO Renaissance links with the download link. It will run on virtually any computer system, so don't be afraid of like, oh, I've got an old computer setup. Try downloading it. This is literally from like the mid-90s. You'll be able to play it, trust me. If the flip phones had the capacity to play video games, you'd be able to play it on the hardware from a flip phone. So you're covered, don't worry. No, it's not so much they took all the fun out of the game. He gave us a foothold, because right now, like, it would have been very hard for me to essentially support bringing, like, say, like, multiple groups of people into the game, right? Like, I'm barely able to keep up with my own supplies and building up my own character right now. So essentially, he was able to give us a foothold. Like, for an example, like those, I don't know if you noticed, but those full spell books I bought were 5,000 gold a piece, right? I couldn't have kept up with supplying every new player that's jumping in with a full spell book, which is, in my opinion, probably the most important item in the game. So it was really, really, like, incredible that he was able to help us out with, like, that capital to start off, like, new people coming into the community. And then especially with things like the guild stone, the house, like little things like that, because even a house with a game like this, you might not be able to find room to place the house. That's the thing, right? Oh, see, he's nice enough to give me iron armor too, because I don't want to use this Valrite armor out. This is like our in-town, like, bank sitting set, right? This is what we wear when we're doing our community nights, when we want to show people the community, right? You don't want to wear the good stuff out of town. You don't want to get PK'd and then get them stealing your armor, right? So what you can do is, if anything too, you can hide your armor by putting a cloak on or a robe. That's tricky, because then if they're not paying attention, they might not notice that you're wearing the high-end armor. But if you're running around in full Valrite, you're probably going to get taken down for it. People love the Valrite. Holy crap! Whoa! Whoa, that's a lot of fish steaks. See, I told you, fish steaks are like the food staple in Ultima Online. It's really funny, but like it's like a running, like if there was memes for Ultima Online, fish steaks would be one of the running memes throughout this game. Through years and years of playing Ultima Online, it's just like this big running joke now that fish steaks is like, you know, the thing that everyone's just sick of in game. It's really funny, actually. Oh, one second. I gotta start clearing some junk out of my stuff here. Like, I got so much garbage now too, because like I've got bone armor and everything, right? Bandages. Yeah, I gotta start weeding through all my stuff and start getting organized here. I'm starting to get overwhelmed with all the things that I have here. I don't think you'd be able to get it on iPad, Calray. That's one thing you'd have to get on like your actual computer. But don't worry, like, your computer is going to be able to handle it, bud. I know your computer will. I built it. Wish I could play on my phone. You know what? If you could play this on the phone, like, people would be all over this game, right? That's one thing, is I wish they could figure out a way to open it up to phone players, but I think just the idea behind it is it would be too hard to essentially do that, because like there's too many things control-wise that you wouldn't really be able to do like properly in the game. Sorry, I'm just going to try and get rid of some stuff here. Oh, wait, what? Okay, wait. My buddy in-game just said some people are playing on phones. What? Okay, Cal Ray, I am being told right now that phones and tablets are a go, apparently, bud. You can apparently play on phones and tablets, I'm being told. So what I'm going to do is... Oh... I don't know if you're going to be able to play it on your... iPad, like on the iPad, bud. It looks like it's an Android. So you'd... yeah, you guys don't use Android in your house. We'll figure it out, bud. We'll figure it out. Because I'm going to have to read the Reddit page to figure out how to play it on phones and tablets and stuff to get the research done for you folks. But don't worry. I will put in the time and research, and I will figure out how this can be done. Because I think this is really important to, again, to broaden the community, right? I want to make sure that everyone that can join or that wants to join is able to join, right? Because that's really huge if people can start playing on tablets and keyboards. And speaking about robes, me and Mum are one chapter from finishing the Harry Potter. Oh, bud. One book away from finishing the first... Oh, chapter away from finishing the first Harry Potter. So my nephew right now is reading the first Harry Potter book. And then after he's done reading the first book, he's going to start the movie. He's going to do book, movie, book, movie. It's going to take a lot of willpower. But I'm super excited for him. Oh, let me know how it goes, bud. I'm super psyched for you, bud. I'm super psyched. The Harry Potter series was such a big thing for me. I'm really glad to hear that he's getting into it. Oh, okay. It's super easy, bro. RS did it. Long tap and double taps. There's a client called Mobile UO. I haven't tried it, though. Oh, okay. Okay. Someone get me the client. I'll play with y'all. Send me the link on Discord. I'm Android. Oh, sweet. Oh, download. Sick. Sick, 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 sick. I'm super excited about this. Oh, no way. Like, some people are being so super helpful here with like giving me things and stuff like that. I guess, well, I mean, I'm bringing people to the community, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, people want people in the community. Like, this is so cool. We just got a treasure map too. So what we'll be able to do as a community is we'll be able to go on a treasure hunt, folks. That is going to be so much fun to do. So you literally get a map. You have to build a cartographer. You have to, like, decode the map, figure out where the spot is to dig it up on the map. And, like, you have to go out and, like, actually, like, dig up a treasure. And then, like, monsters are going to spawn. This game has such cool mechanics into it. I can't believe that over the years, it hasn't gained more traction. You know what? I'm going to be honest. Okay, folks, mark my words on this. You can take this to the bank, okay? With the streamer meta going on right now, okay? With player-run games, with drama-based games, with open world games being the new meta on stream because of how good the content can be. It's gonna be incredible to see how many streamers start coming back to to Ultima Online. You mark my words. Mark me on this. Like, seriously, like, this is so helpful. Like, the whole community is just outpouring. Like, man, the whole community is just outpouring here. Like, this is so, so helpful. Like, I owe this guy huge. Like, this Alex guy is so awesome. Like, so super awesome. And I'm just so overwhelmed now with how, like, warm the community has been throughout all this. But don't forget, folks, don't forget, this is in town. you leave town, it's a whole different ball game, folks. It's a whole different ball game. You can get killed on site by someone randomly. If they want your stuff, they could steal your stuff. So be mindful, be careful of that, right? Don't get caught out of town. Holy jumping, like, there is just so much stuff being thrown at me. I can't even keep up at this point. Like, seriously, like, this is incredible. Like, I'm just trying my best to, like, keep things organized here as best I can, because I've got so much, like, garbage at this point, too. I've got a bunch of stuff that I don't really need now. Yeah, I've got, like, so much stuff I don't really probably need. I need all that stuff, though. All the regents I obviously need. A magic pickaxe? We could probably get rid of the magic pickaxe at this point. Just make sure that if there's anything that anyone needs, like, someone can, like, get it, right? Maybe some butcher knives. Make sure people take some butcher knives. Because you can train swordsmanship with butcher knives, right? So that's a good thing to have. Like, as a new player. Oh, super awesome, Cal. Oh, I'm super excited to have you join in the community as well, bud. Yeah, it'll be so much fun to have you here, too. Like, it's gonna be a blast to just, like, be hacking away in the dungeons at different creatures and stuff like that. We'll make, like, a little, like, what we'll end up trying to do is, like, maybe create, like, a little, like, village area or something like that, with a little community, with different people, with different houses. Because, again, as more people join up, we can get different houses placed in the area. Alex was nice enough to just give me a deed to a stone and plaster house, which, again, is huge. Like, that's gonna be a nice little house to build a community, center in and stuff like that. Man, I'm so hyped for this. I'm so hyped. Yeah, that's the thing, Rotten. It doesn't take very long, eh? Right, bud? It's such a small game nowadays. It's like downloading Minecraft. Okay, so what I gotta do now is, I should actually... Okay, so what I gotta do is, I gotta get my stuff organized in my bag here. Because what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to mark some ruins for both town here and then outside of town. Because I need to get to the point where I can start bringing stuff to the house and stuff like that, right? So I need to get some money out of the bank. We only need a little bit of money. Yeah, we got so much stuff now. Holy jumping. I don't even know how to keep track of it all. Okay, and when you join in, folks, my best suggestion is do take the new player status to begin with, and travel to Oklo, because essentially that is almost like your tutorial zone, okay? They're going to have some creatures in here that are going to be easier to kill, that are probably going to give you a little bit more gold than they probably should, and this area is a little bit more user-friendly in terms of what's available here. So I do suggest for now maybe picking the new player category or the new player option. So just for heads up. Oh, is he trying to get us to come with him again? Oh no. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, I wasn't sure if he was trying to get our attention with the gate there, so I just wanted to make sure that we're paying attention here still. Okay. Yeah, we're still pushing the limit on our bank here. So I gotta get some stuff out of the bank here. Let's throw away some of the garbage stuff that we kind of have accumulated that we're not really going to need anymore for the most part. A lot of this stuff we can always get back again too. Oh. Yeah, I'm running out of room. Oh no. Oh no, yeah, I think I'm out of room here. Oh no. Oh no. I have to like individually put the stuff in my bank so it's not actually taking up more room at this point. Oh no, we can't keep up. Oh, trapped pouches. That's funny. I should actually keep that on me. That's actually really good. So in this game, there's little tricks like that too. So essentially what someone can do is there's a spell called Paralyze. They can paralyze you, which means you can't move. What you can actually do is if you take damage, you can break the paralyze. So what a lot of people do is, oh, no way. This person is like seriously like giving us all the houses we're gonna need for the entire community. So when people join, first people into the communities here will get houses. so rush in if you want a house. Well, there's the code, everyone. As I've been dropping the code into stream the whole time, here's the code again, everyone. Anyone that wants to join into our stream, by all means, join up. We're having a great time here so far. I'm the only one that's in so far, but we have people in the background downloading the client, getting it loaded up and everything. So we're super excited about this. What I think I'll probably be doing is I'll probably try and do like kind of how I was doing Stardew Valleys in the morning before. We'll try and do like the relaxed with me. It's a term I don't even know about, right? We're probably gonna bring like more of the Ultima Online streams in the morning time to you. And then in the afternoons, I'm gonna try and get a new time slot. And we're gonna try and bring some more like fast-paced, like your Overwatch, Paladins, World of Warcraft, like all that type of stuff still too, right? Oh no, don't worry, bud. No, I'm just joking, bud. Don't worry. They're like with Alex giving me like all that startup capital and stuff like that, I have more than enough money at this point to buy everyone that's going to be joining up a house, some armor. Don't worry, bud. You can buy houses pretty cheap in this game, and I want everyone to have a house, so I'll start everyone off with like a small house, some forges, some stuff to like craft with and stuff like that. Don't worry. We'll get everyone set up, Ray. Don't worry. Hey, all the best, hey, bud? And as always, stay healed up, right? Make sure you stay healed up throughout the day, bud. That's the main thing. Keep yourself healed up, right? And the main thing, crush out the schoolwork, bud. You are doing so super well. Again, that's why you got that computer, right? Like, keep up the good work with school, bud. All the best today, man. And of course, thanks for dropping into the stream, bud. It's always a blast to have you here. Always a blast to have you here. So what we got to do now is we've got to, again, we've got to mark a ruin for in town here so that we can get back to town. So after we get to our house, we can actually get back here and get back to the bank. Oh, actually, you know what? Someone, yeah, I was going to say someone gave us some ruin books here. Okay, so we got a ruin book here. Actually, that's not bad. No, why is it not letting me pick it up, though? That's, oh, because it's open? Oh, that's weird. Okay, so that's decent. Oh, ruin books aren't blessed? Really? I didn't know that. That's really weird. Oh. Okay, so there's a different currency in this game called platinum. I didn't realize that, but you have to use platinum to bless ruin books. Okay, so. Oh, okay. Man. So what you do is you have to buy the Ruin Book Blessed Steed with the platinum. And you get platinum by killing monsters in this. And champ spawns. Okay. So by killing monsters and everything, you have to acquire platinum, which is like the major like important currency in this game. Or on this server anyways, it would seem like. Because that's going to get you like the things that are really important. Yeah, so champ spawns and harrowers is farmed by bigger guilds for platinum. So the champ spawns and harrowers are almost like your raids. A champ would almost be like a dungeon in World of Warcraft, and the harrower would be more of like your raid. Most of the champs can probably be done, and again, this is dependent on the server, but I remember a lot of champs being able to be done by, say, 4 or 5 people, well coordinated. I even used to be able to do some champs almost, like, what is it, the Rat King? I used to almost be able to solo out the Rat King by myself with my old tamer. Most of the champs are done with 4 to 5 people. The harrower is usually done with, like, usually 10 plus if you can get it. Oh, see, no champs as solo champs here. Yeah, see, on an old server, I used to do a lot of dragon breeding and stuff like that, and I had a dragon that was, like, over 2,500 hit points, so it was like this beast of a dragon. Like, the dragon would literally just walk into a dungeon and take out the entire dungeon. Like, it was almost stupid at the time. Yeah, there's so much to relearn about this game too, right? It's just like all the other games, like Stardew Valley. You watch the game at a very surface level, but then there's so much actually to the game. Like, for an example, like, you can run out of town. Like, perfect example actually is you can run out of town with the starting warrior template, okay? Which, if I'm not mistaken, usually starts you off with swordsmanship and tactics. Great template to start off with. But if you don't have a lot of other skills to complement those skills, you're not really going to do that great, right? You're only going to be taking out very weak level monsters. So by pairing it with, say, like a warrior build with a bardic skill, say either peacemaking or provocation, you can really increase the effectiveness of your character in this game. And in a lot of cases, you wouldn't even know that unless you did some reading on it, or unless you've been playing the game since it was released. So little things like that, right? I can get the launcher open, but I can't get the actual game to work. Equals gonna have to play with it. Okay, Zaz, this is actually something I addressed earlier. So is this happening? So when you go into the client launcher, you can pretty much get through the whole process of logging in, but then when you actually go to log in and see the game window, it keeps minimizing it to your system tray, right? What you need to do is, and it's so stupid, and I don't know why it does this. What you need to do is you need to shift right-click on the tab on the system tray, bring up your little, like, the little restore menu, and click on maximize. You have to manually maximize it for whatever reason. But that was an issue I had, and Avis and I were actually dealing with that one day. Oh, it literally closed it? It doesn't minimize it to the system tray? Okay, now that's weird, because mine was minimizing it to the system tray. But every time, I would go to click on it to maximize it, I couldn't maximize it by just clicking on it. I had to physically shift, right-click, bring up the little menu, and then actually maximize it. That way I just did it there. So, yeah, I'm really sorry, Zaz. We can certainly get it figured out and stuff like that. So this is UO Renaissance sauce. This is obviously super old school. We were trying to find an old T2A server that was pre-Tremel, super old school, kind of like where I left off Ultima Online back in the day, sauce. So that's why we're here. We're trying to bring some community members over here and stuff like that, right? I think it'll be a lot of fun. I've been talking about this game for a while in my community with other games and stuff. And I figured this would be a really fun community game because it runs on virtually any system nowadays. And it's so open world that, like, if you want to, like we've been talking about, we're all gonna build like a little community, have like a housing plot. We're gonna have a guild start and everything. Should be a lot of fun. If you want to join up, by all means, bud. If I'm not mistaken, I've got that should be the link there, and then also too, if you want to, by all means, you're more than welcome. Anyone that wants to join up as well. I've got a Discord going. If people want to join into the Discord, to be part of the community and everything like that, keep in contact and everything, by all means, join up, right? Have some fun. That's what this whole lockdown should be about, right? Have some fun. Oh, you're gonna pop into Discord and show me the screen share? Bud, you should see, Bud, Zaz, you should see my new setup, bud. I finally got, okay, so from Christmas time, my girlfriend was nice enough to like, get me like monitors and stuff like that. So I finally have the triple monitor setup, Zaz, that I've always wanted. So I've got my game screen and then like the two like analytical screens over here to like analyze all my stats, my restreams and everything. So super hyped about that. So I can actually have Discord open while I'm playing now, bud. Oh, cool. So, Duktak was just saying, what's up, and if anyone needs any help in UOR, hit him a message. Oh, that's the great thing, again, about this community with UO. You're going to get a lot of mature community members and stuff like that, and the whole backbone of UO is, you know, the player-run servers, the player communities. All events nowadays are pretty much run by the community. It's not like, you know, like in World of Warcraft where they just kind of hit a button and they go, okay, this is now this event. There is actually a game master that will come into the game and implement different events, right? It's really neat. I'm gonna have to drop pics. Oh, don't worry, Zaz, I definitely will, bud. You should see it though, man. It's like shoehorned in here, right? So for anyone new to the stream here, oh, I've been locked in. Someone wanted to lock me in? Yeah, my girlfriend does this every once in a while. I'm locked in. No, I don't think that was her that time. But we're coming at you from the stream shed. So that blinding ball of light behind me is Canadian winter, okay, everyone? So, hey Alexa, what's the temperature today?
Right now, it's -4 degrees Celsius. Today,
It's not even that cold, really.
high of -3 degrees.
That is really not even that
Happy
cold,
Tuesday.
folks. But bringing you some Canadian snow, right? Bringing you some Canadian snow. All the way from in the stream shed. Out back of my house because I'm way too loud to stream from inside. Way too loud to stream from inside. Yeah, no, I'll definitely drop some pictures in Discord, bud. He's at, yeah, -42. Yep. Yeah, it's a little cold here, but we got the ice rink in the back, so we take it full advantage of it, right? I mean, we're Canadians. I've been seeing this since I was a little guy. It comes every year. Everyone seems to forget how to drive when it starts, but we all quickly readapt. Excuse me. Oh God. Excuse me. We all quickly readapt, right? But no, honestly, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love the seasons we get in Canada. I like the fact that I can snowboard and wakeboard in the same area, right? Like I live two minutes walk from the beach here. So it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. And with everything going on, I'm pretty thankful that I'm in Canada too. I'll be totally honest. You know, as much flack as people are giving, you know, the politicians and stuff like that, like, you know, not to get political or anything, but it's hard for everyone right now. Like, let's be honest. Put yourself in anyone else's shoes, and it's not easy. 1 second. I got a guest here. Hello. What's up, babe?
Dawson is gone. He's been gone for like half an hour.
Okay, give me 2 minutes here, babe. I'll shut down. Okay, give me 2 minutes. Okay, I'm very, very sorry, folks, but I've got a dog that's on the loose here, so I am going to have to definitely cut my stream short here because we're out in the country here and I can't have that. So I'm really, really super sorry, folks, but I have to cut off the stream here. So at this point, I'm going to raid a fellow community member. I'm going to try and take it over to someone in the Ultima Online community, but I am super, super sorry for having to cut this short, folks. Is it the same dog? Yeah. Yeah, Zaz. Yeah. Yeah, we only got one of them. Oh, thanks, Rotten. Okay, so we're gonna take this over and we're gonna have to raid someone. Again, I'm really, really sorry for this, folks, but we're gonna have to raid someone in the Twitch community here, because I need to go find this dog really quick. Okay, I apologize, folks, here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring up Twitch here, and then we're gonna get someone raided here. So like I said, what we'll do is we'll try and find someone in the Ultima community, since everyone seems to be having fun with this today. And then the other part too is with raiding another person in this community, you can probably get some tips and tricks from them as well to bring back to our community, right? So I'm really super excited about that. So we're gonna raid Axie here. I think is Axie playing UO? I'm gonna watch the ad here, so hopefully you folks don't have to when I go over and drop the raid here. And I am very sorry. Okay, so this person isn't even streaming Ultima Online. And again, I'm really, really sorry about having to cut this short, but I mean, I'm sure everyone understands with this situation here. So yeah, let's raid this person here. And oh, super cool. So they're gonna be a new player, but it looks like they're a new streamer, but it looks like they're having some, they are a mad Ultima Online player. They're taking on some serious stuff here. So I'm really super, super excited about the future with Ultima Online and everything like that, folks. Thank you for following the absolute MVP. Yeah, no worries. Oh, yeah. Thank you, MVP. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm so sorry. I'm so disoriented here because I just found out my dog's just run away. So I need to get running here really fast. So I'm sorry I'm having to cut the stream off really quick here, but we live out in the country. I can't have the dog running around. So again, everyone, thank you for viewing today. Thank you for keeping healed up. Adam K. Gladiator, Restic, Hentai Chan, Tlovring, Singular Sun, Absolute MVP. Guys, you're gems. This is what's going to create the community. And I'm super, super happy that everyone is warm to the idea of Ultima Online being a cool community game. And I think everyone is going to have fun with it. So moving forward, sorry to cut this short off, everyone. I'm super excited to have this game in our repertoire, and we're going to kick it moving forward. Oh, Absolute is Alex. Dude. You are a king amongst men, bud. Seriously, I have to cut things short here. I'm super sorry. I just got word from my girlfriend. My dog is missing, so I gotta go in here. I'm a little bit flabbergasted. But thank you again, everyone, for viewing. Thank you for tuning in. This is going to be so much fun moving forward. I'm super hyped to get back into Ultima Online and see the community still with open arms and everything like that. Again, much love, everyone. Much love. Super, super thankful. And dropping it off with a fellow streamer here. Not many people streaming UO right now. I believe looks like they're Russian, but hopefully you can find some tips, some tricks, figure out what's going on and watch this. So again, sorry about this, folks, but thank you so much for watching and tuning in here. I need to get going here. I'm super flustered here. Oh, I feel so bad. Sorry again, everyone. Have a great one, everyone. Peace. Oh, I feel so bad. Oh.